aunts, uncles, yeah, they're mostly decimated.
Man, we got nothing working tonight.
Then again, if
Um,
COVID wiped out all the weak people, it's a strong family now. Nerds. I didn't do it on the show. I'm gonna go pee.
I don't know why it's heating back up. I'm going to go pee pee. It's like it's hot outside or something. Weird. Of course, I got the $80 in AC. It's around an hour. That works anyway. It's not. I didn't mess up. So of course, I don't know if you can see in our chain. Oh, we got it on face view. Oh yeah, you're right. That one's scroll down. I don't know which one to log in. It's on the page, so it should be fine.
oh, gosh. We'll just have to see how it sounds. I don't know.
I know, and I actually messed up the volume on this, too. I told you to get here. I didn't know
I
you had
was-
your problems. I know. I didn't know.
It's okay.
I'm not mad either. I'm never mad.
We'll figure out, together.
We always have.
We'll figure it out. It'll all work. Fine.
It's fine.
Steve says I sound good, so that's the one we're worried about.
I was going to say, that's
it
all
was-
that matters.
Well, in that one, we don't know, but it just sounds echoey, like we're in.
You sound better now by far to me, so I don't know if
Reverby.
now that's a your headphone thing.
It could be because I'm using the stupid ass cheap one over there, which I was always on that one. But this is how Skin Man hears the show, which is amazing. So, and it might be actually how it goes out. I don't have any idea. We'll try. Oh, be careful now.
If it makes you feeling better, I think I have the most common ears to the general public.
Yeah,
And you
that's
guys,
loud though.
you guys have
Way loud.
defined ear
Go
palates.
Now up a little, up a hair, 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 up a hair. There. Now we're getting in there a little bit more, and yeah, that makes it sound. It does not sound nearly as
Bad.
echoey. So it must have just been that one.
So that's
thing.
what I'm wondering if there is something. We got so many things going on. I'm
Yeah.
trying to eliminate. We actually have the capacity, I realized today, to run 18 headphones and 37 mics. So we could eliminate a few of those things and it could.
Yeah, we could invite the Harlem Globetrotters here and have the,
And I
and the
did.
cheerleaders.
And
Have-
the starting line of the Washington Generals.
Yeah. So you can plug me back into that echoey one. It's fine. Because I don't even know where that one went to, bud. So
Just an abandoned one.
okay. Yeah.
Steve, don't give away the ending of Fox and the Hound. I plan
Yeah.
on watching that tonight.
It's beautiful
I
now.
want to find out what happens.
So oh, it could be way too loud then. Yeah.
And Steve, strong polls on the what the fuck does this mean? I chuckled at all of them.
Yeah, he does great on that. Bowl cut city. Did we post your bowl cut?
You're not supposed to. I didn't look. I didn't see it. So
It could be a bad chord, bud. If we switched chords around.
But I didn't.
if I win best bowl cut, do I get a free bowl cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair nowadays. It's pretty wild.
Did you perm it, or is it naturally curly like that?
It's naturally
You're lying.
starting to get a little better.
So does that mean your pubes are like super curly?
They're so curly, and I got a lot of them, dude. I gave up on trimming. I'd say turn it down a little bit more, bud.
Dude, it's summertime, man. You gotta shed weight. Shed that hair weight.
Yeah. I don't know. When I cut it, I always hate the way I look because it makes, when you have a lot of hair, you have a huge head, but people still think it's hair.
Right.
When you cut it and it's just head, people say you have a big head. And I almost look like a dinosaur, it's unnaturally large. And it's long, it's deep as well as wide.
Yeah. I know where you're going with that. But I fully understand, because, yeah, if you look like you have a big head, because you got a lot of hair, and then as soon as you cut it, you're like, oh, shit, it was actually my fucking head the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just accentuated. So I would suggest maybe growing it out and man bunning it. But you said it's long. So here's another idea.
Well, are you talking like Under Siege, like what's the actor from Under
Steven
Siege?
Seagal?
Yeah.
First off, let's not ever say we could compare it to the great Mr. Seagal when it comes to man bumming
Sorry.
back hair. I was thinking like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that's true. I got a little bit of Jason.
Oh, that
Momoa.
sounds good.
But you could also it's fallen off favor, but you could bring it back, the Faux Hawk, because if you got a round head, you put a peak to it. Now it elongates your head and makes it look thinner.
It'd be a curl hawk with him with all that curly dome.
I could get a straightener or a waffle iron or whatever, straighten it out.
You could do a flat top.
I had a flat top after I watched Little Giants.
Ooh, you do. You look like the linebacker from Little Giants all grown up.
The girl, Icebox.
Well, I was talking about the blonde dude with the haircut you were talking about.
I look like the dad.
Yes, the
Rick
short
Moranis?
one.
No, well, I have the hair,
Yeah.
Rick Moranis' hair. No, I look.
You don't look like
that's
Ed,
true.
whatever.
Ed Bundy?
I got something wrong with my teeth,
Al
but
Bundy.
I'll have peach for that.
That's super sweet.
Okay, I'll have raspberry.
That's also super sweet.
That's extra super sweet.
I don't either
You
one.
want double sweet or super extra sweet?
Water's fine.
Oh my God.
So
The beasts are out.
sorry we're late, everybody. Skin Man and thank you, buddy. Skin Man and Mexico are just walking in, and I just walked in, and Casey was working on the studio, getting some wires.
Made it way worse, but
well, yeah, I
whatever.
said working on it, and replugging
Didn't
it
say I
in.
fixed it.
No, we just
I helped too.
He
working
did. He
on
was
it.
I held the
talking to
light
me.
for like 30 seconds.
He slowed me down quite a bit. I would have got more done.
Yeah.
He dropped the light once. I picked it up.
I kept dropping it, and he kept picking it up.
And I'm going to let you guys just go because once I start with my day, which has just happened in the past
I was gonna
really
say,
2 hours.
An hour and a half ago, I texted you. I got a thumbs up. Everything was golden.
Everything was golden an hour and a half ago. And that's why I believe in God, Casey. And that's why you should start frickin' believing. Okay?
Well, but you're mad, so I don't know if I want to believe.
Let's
in
do
God.
let's do a prediction of what he did. Because
Well-
does anybody here know what happened to him?
Hey, hold
Oh,
on.
Skin Man, do you want this mouse?
Hey,
You
before
can
we,
have it.
before
I
we
got it.
start, I mean, like, really start?
Yeah.
I talked to my brother
Don't
Mike.
use your headphones because you're plugged in through
No,
there, so you're
I
way
was over
louder
his
to
house.
judge us. So fix your volume before
Sorry, we
you
got volume
mess
checks
with
going
too
on.
much.
The
'Cause
Wolf
we had
of- Wolf
his
of Park
headphones
City?
shut off. We had a lot of things.
And he said that if no one says the F word,
So you're in 3.
Oh,
So
right.
check your volume. Make sure you're not crazy.
Tonight's show?
he said,
No,
I've
my
been listening.
cans
He's
are
like,
good.
Okay.
It was I was
Yeah,
turning
listen
him
around
up.
Emmy, and
Okay.
you know what I mean?
'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah.
sounded
Well, I don't say the
golden,
F
but I
word
have-
very often.
I know. You
He
don't.
seemed quiet normally.
Oh,
from
he doesn't
what
want to say the
normally
F word?
Yeah, he said if no one says the F word tonight, he'll subscribe. And I said, challenge accepted.
I haven't said the F word.
But wait,
Well,
he listens.
no, are you saying the F word or the actual? Because we've said F word multiple times so far.
Yeah.
You mean the actual word, yeah.
I need to know what
Freaking-
level I need to do the stuff. So how old?
Just
How
pretend
old
like
is? You
there's
said
a
Amy? Is
toddler
that her
right
name?
next
Yeah.
to you.
How old is she?
Hi guys.
7, I think, 8.
Okay, so it has to be high level stuff.
Yeah, well,
I got to steer away from the obvious.
sure.
but I can say
I
high
think
level
he's just.
stuff.
I think he's listened, and I think he just has. If this is the way. Next show, no
Mhm.
problem.
No
Let's go
problem.
back to what we're doing. But this show, he was saying, "Hey, this show, I'll subscribe."
Yeah, that's what the challenge was.
So I just want to pass that on. Carry on. I just got here. I'm
thank
sorry.
you. And I
apologize.
do want him, I appreciate any subscription that we get, but I can't promise.
I know.
Passion sometimes gets you.
I said that if I told you that, you would call him live on air.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, this is my effing show.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
No.
you when.
Oh, I got it. The thing is, I got a piece of rice stuck in my teeth or a piece of potato skin. Could be either.
Now, what are you doing eating rice?
Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay,
Great
now
question.
Now I'm sorry.
Great question,
I'm
Skin
sorry.
Man. Why am I eating rice?
Now, I can understand pocket meat, I can understand pepperoni, and I can understand any variety of cheese.
Tornado snacks or you
Yeah.
know.
Was it in a sushi's?
Before you go any farther, rice is delicious. I ate many servings of it this week.
I had 3 cheesy bean and rice burritos tonight.
Yeah, well,
But
good.
none of it got stuck in your face.
No,
And there's a reason it got stuck in my teeth, and all of
it was uncooked.
okay. The thing is, some
You can't-
days
you have to cook it, dude.
some days you wake up and you feel down. You know what I'm saying?
Every
People
day.
in Seattle do that. People in Seattle,
I've heard.
you know,
that.
people in
Yeah.
Seattle seem to be
It's
depressed.
raining. It's raining.
And so today was no different for me. I woke up and really it's not, sometimes it is every day. Sometimes you wake up and every day you feel like that.
Yeah.
You get in a funk, and it's not the good funk.
Not the
you know?
good kind. No.
It's the bad
Not
funk.
Parliament funk.
Right.
And so
Gotta
you
have
wake
that
up and
funk.
you feel in a funk.
Funky.
And you don't know what you're doing, and it's like, it's no secret.
Thank you, buddy.
It's no secret. Yet maybe it is, because nobody seems to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So is it a secret?
Right.
So that whole day I felt like that. All day. And I wasn't being like mean to anybody
No,
or anything.
you were in a.
Just funky. Just funky. And so
I know when I called you, you were a little bit in the funk.
I was
You were
funk.
just trying to get stuff done. I couldn't hear a word.
I couldn't hear words you said the whole time.
I thought you were mowing.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
called him. He was working on a forklift, and I'm like,
Crystal clear.
I shouldn't call. I mean, I should call and then just listen to, hey man, what's going on? And then just listen to the background because then I could piece together myself.
Sure.
Shouldn't even ask that. I should just listen to the background noise and be like,
Yeah, but
"Dude's
I wasn't
busy.
doing it.
Call,
I was just
call me later.
I was
you
just
know?
like walking randomly around the neighborhood when you called me.
Wow.
Looking
that
for
could
my
be a-
funk, looking for my anti-funk. And
I would think you were trying to get out of the funk.
Eating
Get
rice.
out of the funk.
Obviously eating rice.
well, no, rice comes later. Rice comes later, dude.
Full of rice.
See, but what I'm saying is, because of the funk, you wake up and you think, you don't know what you're going to do on the show tonight. You don't even have anything to talk about. You're so mad about everything or
Yeah.
sad about everything. And it's not even shit you should be mad or sad about. Is S word okay?
I didn't ask, but I think it's the F.
Okay.
I think S is fine.
Okay. I'll try to still walk around that word too. And so I'm driving up and I have my list of things and I'm like, pathetic. I'm going to ask people
Yeah.
to subscribe and, sure I have yogurt news.
Well, that,
but-
Could
well, that's
you ask?
but
Could you ask Smoothie a question that way he can
We are-
say something?
yeah, Eric, you've had those days though, and we all cope with them in different ways. For example, Eric, you cope with it by waiting for
Anger.
your family to fall asleep, and you hide on a sofa couch and you quietly masturbate.
Yeah.
And act like you're watching. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right.
Number one, it's never quiet. Number two, I have those days basically every day. The beauty of it, though, is I have my own office and nobody watches my calendar where I go. So if
Nice.
I'm in a funk, guess what?
Well-
I got meetings somewhere.
Yeah, but as
I'll see
Creed
you
says,
later
dude,
today
Yeah.
or in 3
True.
days.
as Creed says, that's my own prison, dude. You can have your own office, but
Yeah, and you said the word.
Creed,
Yeah.
Mike, sorry.
Look at this photograph.
And
Sorry.
Casey, he does his own thing. He'll self-medicate with CBD oils.
or
and,
Because I'm in a funk every day. That's
Yeah.
different.
Or he'll pass out. Why did your cat die? Why did you pass out cat treats, bud?
and he eats freaking kitty litter, and he
don't
passes
know.
out cat treats.
What is
And
this?
Skin Man
CBDs?
copes with his
That's just
funk
beef
by
jerky.
Oh.
watching YouTube horror movies and getting drunk on
Skin Man has
discounted
no funk. He lives the
skunked beer.
king's life.
And-
A dude just got back from karate camp. There
Yeah.
is no funk in that.
We got a
there is
guy
no funk
who goes
in
to
that
karate
store.
camp,
It
has
was
a wife,
awesome.
let him do whatever he
I'll
wants.
sell you some shit after the show.
All
It's
Fires,
great.
fires at night, killing possums in the backyard,
Yeah.
a fridge full of Wagyu beef and
Right.
assorted cheeses from France.
For
He's
sure.
now a freaking polka dot black belt.
yeah,
That's a black belt with black polka dots on it.
Yeah.
That's you don't even see him, but it's
He goes on a
step up.
monthly vacation down to random dude.
Yeah.
barbecues,
That's true.
like the other
family
half.
reunions.
And
yeah,
Shannon,
quote,
he
unquote.
copes
I
with his
talked to
funk.
Vance. He
He'll
said
hit a
it'd be
vape,
cool if I
chase
left
it
the
with a
truck in the
ciggy,
back.
and then check the old pulse.
That's what I do all 3 times. Like, am I doing good? I'm right there on the.
Yeah.
I'm
It
right
goes
there. I'm
vape,
fine.
ciggy, pulse,
Yeah.
and then like, yep, still here.
I'm-
You know.
Damn it.
Did you want to try a tea?
Repeat.
Do it
There's
again.
only
Try
3
harder.
out of 12.
And so,
I don't know where my vape is. Now you got me thinking about.
Sorry. Well,
thinking
don't worry.
vape.
You got-
No, I don't worry about that. Jesus, I wouldn't be here. I'm in space, man.
so we left. We had to drive up, you know, from down south, and so we left. And I didn't know my family was going to go. That was the big thing. I told Shannon yesterday, I was like, "I'll give you a ride, dude." You know, I'm thinking the family just got back into Oklahoma. We were in Arkansas, which is like, if you were wondering if the Hunger Games is happening, go to Arkansas. It's happening. They're already
Yeah.
doing it. Quadrant 4's there.
Lots of-
you know, Katniss was
Yeah.
hiding in the trees,
There's
dude.
a lot of bow and arrow action.
And so I thought my family was going to be like, we're just going to chill out.
How many black guys flying Trump flags did you see on your journey?
Oh, they're
Well, that
all
was Louisiana.
they're all Trump down
Yeah,
there.
it's all Louisiana. Dude.
They are.
Yeah,
They
for
are.
sure.
They do not. They were all insurrectionists.
So
for sure.
how many coffee cans were out by the mailbox with bullet holes in them?
Yeah,
I
know.
don't want to congratulate Kansas
When you-
real quick.
Deliver mail in Arkansas. It includes shooting. You shoot the
Right.
mailbox. That's
I-
how you get the mail there.
Yeah.
I love Arkansas
Well, that's
so
how the
much.
postman tells you have mail.
Yeah.
He rolls back, puts the mail in the box, pulls out,
Yeah.
borrows Andy Flintlock, and shoots it in the air.
It's amazing that Arkansas let me leave because it was like, okay, that's as close to the house as you can get.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be shooting at the coffee can. It's like, well, yeah, I was shooting at the coffee can, and this other fucker got in the way.
Ah,
Oh
Looks like I'm buying
What,
dinner.
that other bugger?
someone's buying dinner.
no, you were
That
perfect.
was the bet.
Skin man, you could be. You're
Ah.
like OJ's glove, and you're OJ's hand, or Arkansas's OJ's glove, and you just slide right in there.
Yeah,
You know?
it fits.
Wouldn't fit.
Always
Fit.
fits.
Well,
Yeah.
he had been eating a lot of.
The other reason
Right.
He had swole
the other
up.
reason Arkansas didn't want him to leave is he's got the softest mouth known to man.
So soft,
Very soft
supple,
mouth.
supple.
And so that's when I realized, you know, the whole way up, I'm trying to get inspiration. You know, you try to, I'll listen to this music or I'll listen to this show and maybe something will spark the old creative juices flowing. You know, 'cause sometimes you gotta, what am I going to talk about? And that's just to listen to a bunch of idiots talk about their idiotic stuff. And I know that they're making their millions of dollars doing it.
I did
and
that
then I
with-
realized, like, my idiotic stuff isn't even as good as this idiotic stuff. Oh, what am I even doing? Oh, and I'm just internally
Yeah.
trapped in my creed, my own prison. I get here. I'm fine. You know, we get. But it started off as a slow day. But I think my wife was lethargic today. And
She got the Asperger's.
she got lethargy. She got bit by a leopard.
Oh, boy.
And she got lethargy. I woke up at measly 6:45 in the morning. I got up. My son had been playing video games for probably 2-3 hours by that point. We nodded, you know, we sig-heiled.
No.
I grabbed a cup of coffee
He saluted.
and then laid down on the sofa to see what, you know, if China's attacking us or if that beautiful woman's still stuck in that Russian gulag.
Right.
Both are happening. So I thought, that's good. The world's in a funk too, dude. It's fine.
Super. Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, well,
I was gonna, is this grinder related? Is your funk, you know?
No. Well, everything's grinder related.
Yeah.
But no, it's not really. I was glad she's trapped up, you know. Break the law in Russia, dude.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
It's a white country,
Yeah,
man.
ask Ukraine, dude.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're locked up. Gulag.
So that actually cheered me up for a little bit. I was happy about
Bet
that.
she's still. Yeah. Well, they're going to trade some sort of war
Yeah.
unit.
I don't care what they do. You know, it's just sad that people were saying, like, it's just sad because if, like, a prominent male athlete
Was over there.
it would already be over or something. And I was
Yeah.
like,
That's true.
no, male athletes wouldn't do that. They would
They would
hire
in
somebody
Texas
else.
to haul
Yeah.
their drugs.
Yes, you don't bring your own drugs.
Yeah,
but then
his
you got to
buddy would-
remember.
His handler would be arrested,
Yeah,
but he'd
that's-
still be playing.
That's why it never happened. Because
So who's
dudes are
bringing him
smarter. You know what I mean?
Well, Brittany Grimer or whatever her name
Griner.
is, Grinder.
Grinder.
She
Griner.
is. They make like $26,000 a year. They can't hire.
Yeah.
You know,
They can't
And they
hire
got paid for
And
their own flights.
I mean, she's an NBA or WNBA basketball player that's overseas playing
Yeah.
right before the season's getting ready to start to keep making, pay the bills.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's
another
not paying the bills.
$6,000.
It's to, I mean,
Buy more drugs.
Live that life.
Well,
drug.
She's
get warmed up to
that
the
hash.
NBA.
She's
serious about what
she's
she's
earning
doing.
well over six figures. She doesn't have to go do it.
She's
she just
not
wants
earning
to make
well
more
over
money.
6 figures.
Well, after
Yes.
taxes, I think they earn
True.
42.
20,000.
Yeah, 42
But
5. But then
If
with
it was
living,
if it was a male
There's a car
superstar
payment.
athlete, with the exception of LeBron James, maybe Tom Brady, any other athlete out there that's a superstar, if he
Yeah.
got locked up within 6 months, we forget about him because guess what? There's 89 other superstar male athletes.
I don't know, man. You
There's
look-
nobody like her with the vagina.
Didn't they go get
That's
Lil
right.
Wayne
Yeah.
right out? Lil Wayne was busted and they got his ass out, or whoever that was over
yeah,
there.
little
Well, he's
Wayne
talking
went to
about
Russia.
kids.
I'm talking about Trump pardoned Little Wayne.
Yeah, but somebody got in
Another
trouble.
great thing that man did.
That's true.
Thank you, black community.
You're welcome.
I liked
They
his
love
concert
you
on
so
January
much.
6th, dude.
Yeah, I did too. That concert was bad.
That was lit, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway,
What?
I do think that when I was in the car, it's like I have nothing to talk about, and why do I even deserve to do this? You know, like I can't even come up with something to talk about after being on a vacation.
Then it happened.
We could do a
Well, then it happened.
Dear Journal Alex Jones diary.
Because then I realized why God. There is a God. There's a reason God has
Yes.
to put this stuff into my head. Reason
For
has
sure.
to all this stuff has to happen the same day, and it was all a process. It was all put in a blender. And it all interconnects. Everything interconnects. My wife's lethargy. I'm on the couch at 6:30. In my little pea brain, I'm thinking we're going to be up there. We're not going to be back until Sunday night, Monday. We're going to be staying at people's houses. There's no chance of philanderous behavior between two spouses that love each other.
No.
But my kids are locked into their video games right now. It's early. Maybe I can sneak in there and I can try to get some kind of satisfaction,
Yeah,
you
but-
know? So I lay down next to my
Just
wife.
like the Rolling Stones.
And I kind of planted the seed into her head the night before when I was really trying to.
That's called rape.
No, I didn't plant that seed.
I was going to say, I plant seeds in my wife's head when she's sleeping.
No,
but
I did
think
something
that's
even
different.
grosser. I was like, she fell asleep, and I was like, she hid from me. So I got up to use
You
the
got to buy a
toothbrush.
smaller house, dude.
I got up to use a toothbrush, and she was wide awake. We were watching a terrific little documentary, and when I came back in, she had looked as if she had been hibernating for years. Like she went from no blankets on, watching the show.
Hello.
I brushed my teeth, walked back moments later,
Covered
out
up.
cold, covered up
Later.
on the side.
Hold on. Are you
Like,
watching-
She knew what I was doing.
Are you
this
watching
guy doesn't
videos?
brush his teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah. That's like when you're sitting at home by yourself in the few moments you see the wife pull up, you hop around and make sure you're busy. So she did the same thing. She
and
knew.
she was being so.
I mean, oh gosh.
This
Yeah.
morning it was.
The boss is here. Look
It
alive.
was so slow. I got in the bedroom and I start doing like you can't do anything to a sleeping person to make them. You can't. Oh, you
Yeah,
can,
well,
but you can't do anything.
You get a stick, man.
You're
Poke 'em
trying
like
to
a dead
wake
body.
them up in like this weird.
Hey.
I'm not a country music singer, dude. I
Oh,
can't wake you up into a romance. You know,
You're
trying
turn
to-
on some Luke Combs.
You're trying to like blow lavender in her
you
face,
just
and she
do
wakes
like
up and goes.
you can't
"Ooh."
turn on the super sexy news. You know, Like,
Right.
there's nothing.
Today,
Start with pancakes.
And so you just
The
And then
roses
work
are
your way
blue.
up.
But you're trying to be. You can't go get breakfast because now the kiddos are out and there's
Yeah.
activities going
Yeah.
on. So you're trying to be covert.
Dad, what are you doing?
So I'm covertly like nudging, and she didn't wake up till like 9. I'm like laying in bed, like, and clearly I could have done these things. I could have went to the restroom and done. At some point, you're like, no, dude, this is not my job every time.
So what's her love language?
Every time, this is not my job. And so she finally woke up, and then that only took a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so 9:02, we
Darn
were fine.
it. Yeah.
You know, and she felt like she's better. Then she went and did yoga. The problem is, they say when you marry your wife, it's like marrying your mother-in-law or something. Like they turn into,
What?
I've
Huh?
seen your mother-in-law. It's not a bad thing.
Nice.
well, no, or you
I
marry,
wouldn't mind marrying your
or they
mother-in-law.
turn into your, like, everything you're annoyed about, you marry that person, then they turn it into that eventually. I married my grandma Betty because
What?
my grandma Betty was one of those people that,
Made you hard.
like, I remember one time we threw a surprise party for her, trying to scare her to death. And so, like, all the people she knew, like, there's like 14 or 15 people there, all family, no friends.
Good out, Casey.
And
Yeah, that fart was brought to you in part by Vegemite.
what happened is she pulled up in the driveway and everybody's like, oh, Grandma Betty's here, hide. It was 40 minutes before she made it into the house.
Yeah.
Because she sit out there and she opened the thing and
Sun visor. Yeah.
put her, take her makeup
on.
off.
Yeah.
Put it back on.
Put it back on.
Put it back on,
Yeah.
maybe. Or,
It's hot
you know, I don't know, pray the rosary or whatever she would do. I
Finish
don't
off
know.
her shoes.
Finish off that blunt.
Take off her
May-
shoes.
may finish the blunt.
Finish the blunt.
My wife is my grandma. She takes forever on everything. Now she's terrific at things. You know, she's amazing. When she wants to cook, she can be an amazing cook.
Yep.
She cooked last week,
Amazing.
and it was great. But she's had the week off of cooking, of everything, of all that stuff. She's had the week off, which is fine. But it leads me to this evening.
Oh, no.
So, because on Monday we were on vacation. Tuesday night was our night to cook. I just did all the burgers and all the hot dogs. I cooked 24 hamburgers and
By the way,
40
are
something
they
hot
going to be ready
dogs.
sometime soon?
They were delicious. And thank God, because guess what I've had to eat every day since
The leftovers?
the leftovers.
Nice.
And luckily, each time I eat, I go, that's a great hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I pat McAfee myself on the back. So, no cooking is required this week. None of that. She did have a stressful day yesterday of, teaching her music. That's fine.
Yep.
She had to relax today. Well, we drive all the way here. She's sleeping the whole way,
Perfect.
getting her rested, double rested.
Yeah.
When we get to Clearwater, where my dad lives, and Eric's ex-wife,
Yep. Well, I don't think that's true.
I don't know if that's true
No.
anymore, but used to live.
Yeah.
He's seen the town before.
Possibly future ex-wife.
He used to left.
Could be
live
wife
there.
number 3. May divorce. She may live down there. You
Could
never
be.
know.
My 2014 Ford Focus says 1 mile to empty. And in my mind, I'm thinking, perfect. You did it. You finally did it. You mastered it. You got here on exactly the right amount of gas.
Yeah.
And I coast into Park Glen, where all the solo stoves and the cul-de-sac bonfires live. And I floated around at all the political Trump supporters. And I beauty waved as I coasted through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
As they're driving their golf carts.
As they're driving their
escorting
golf
each other.
carts and hitting each other with fishing lures and stuff. And I pulled in, they're counting money.
And
Somebody hit me with a checkbook.
chewing out rioters with guns.
And as I pull into my old man's place,
No.
everybody gets out. We're all fine. And it's 4:30. Fine. No problem. My brother's down there playing Red Dead, just, beating up strangers, shooting them in the face.
Love that.
My son goes down there, learns a little bit about how Western life used to be, where you could just beat people up and shoot them in the face, take their horse.
Like when America was great.
When America was great.
Yes.
And
For sure. Thank you, Casey.
I go upstairs and I'm pacing a little bit. I got to get the list going. I still don't have anything on it except yogurt news.
Right.
And I'm just kind of pacing around. And then there's big wrestling match breaks out. Live wrestling, not the kind that Casey watches.
Right.
Real wrestling.
Yep.
And
Don't be dogging on the bushwhackers.
it gets into, it's now getting close to 5:30. And I get Casey's message, get here early, to help out with the plug-in stuff in.
And I appreciate the thumbs up.
Thumbs up, dude. I'm all over. I can get there anytime. But I'm looking around. My wife has now,
Drove the car.
she is holding
A baby.
like a doily that she is putting pins through to make a design. She's doing like what a 95-year-old woman does when they make
Oh, like Aunt Betty.
Like cross stitch or
crochet.
crochet.
She was crocheting. She was crocheting.
Crochet.
She was crocheting this picture on this fabric.
Tell me it was a picture of you.
No.
Oh.
She said, I got to get this done. I said, what are you talking about? What's my mom's birthday? I was supposed to give this to her last year for her birthday. So in my brain, then
had a
you
year.
don't have to get it done because
Yeah.
you clearly didn't.
You do it next year.
And then also in my brain, I was like, dog, we've driven this route where you've slept every day. I mean, we do it every week.
Yeah.
You've never once pulled out a crocheting needle and spent this time.
Because I would look at it and be like, what are you doing?
Stop it. I
Right.
throw it out the window. But she's crocheting. And when my wife crochets, it's her meditation. She turns 90. She has no idea what goes on.
The
Yeah.
clickety clackety.
So my son's like, what's for dinner? And well, I don't know. And it's crocheting. And I'm like, well, what are you thinking? Should we make something? She's like, well, I don't crochet. Jonah just grabs 2 donuts. Rowan's had 14 popsicles. She's there
Love
eating
that.
candy.
Love that.
I'm like, you can't just
Hydration,
let
man.
them eat
Yeah.
candy. And we're going to cook something. She's like, well, I don't know if Linda's going to make something. I don't want to step on any toes.
True. That's a good point.
It's an okay point. Except for there's one thing that
Well,
she's
you
not
don't want to
understanding.
step
I gotta
on her.
leave.
You can't just step
If
on
I
her.
don't eat now, then I don't eat till 10:30.
Yeah.
You know, then I gotta leave.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome to the club, bud. Hi.
You can eat
Hello.
any time before
You
the
know
show.
what I
I
mean?
get mad at you too. It's like, get here 30 minutes earlier and eat.
Well, yeah. On a normal day.
Yeah.
That's not today.
Well, no, it's not.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
not saying it is.
All right.
But my wife,
But
she didn't
I,
even,
I did eat today. I ate before I came.
she's like, I think Linda's going to make spaghetti when she gets back. It's like, I have to, when's she going to, I got to leave. Oh, yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
You have the show.
You guys do that show still, that stupid show.
Yeah. Show you.
I
done
thought
for
you guys
10
quit
years.
that.
Yeah.
You guys are still doing that?
What show? Which show is this now?
You're doing the shed one in Wichita now, or is this the okay one?
Dude.
Is that dumb one where Casey and TJ talk about wrestling?
Connor and I go through the same thing, and I would feel bad for him. I feel bad for myself, but then I remind myself, when it happens,
Mhm.
we're going to be the happiest couple known to man.
Yeah.
Because we know what pisses each other. When we're taking trips together, you better believe I'll do cross stitch, I'll crochet the whole time, and I'll chat with you the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, if you were
How
doing
about dinner?
About dinner.
Say we're gonna go here.
But here's the thing, bud. So it's like, okay, well,
Hey,
I'll
wait,
make it.
hold on. Look, I crocheted the next
But she's
Long
like,
John
I can't
Silver's
stop
that we're
this.
going to.
You know,
It's
I
right
can't
here.
stop.
And I'll say,
my crochet. I got to get it done by tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't you work? I didn't even say anything. I just said, I'll make my dinner. I'll make it. It's fine. There's a couple tortillas in there where I found
Hamburger?
old potatoes
Oh.
and old rice.
How soft were the potatoes?
So I wrapped the potatoes and rice in a tortilla,
"Esto."
Okay.
put them on a plate, got in the Ford Focus, zoom, zoom, drove out of the neighborhood, drove a block, ran out of gas.
Oh.
But as it ran out of gas, car shuddered a little bit. It's happened. It's a 2014 Focus, notorious for shuddering.
one that's got a second little reserve tank?
Yeah, I thought maybe it's trying to catch that reserve gas.
got a little
But it
sputter.
shuddered as I'm biting my burrito. All of a sudden, I know not to eat on this side. This is the off-limit side of my mouth.
Everything shifted.
no zone.
It's a no-no zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's soft teeth down here, buddy.
He got the gushy
That
teeth
checks
down
out.
here. Yeah.
If I eat like a hard, something hard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it becomes a tooth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Shudder, tooth, ow, oh. Kids walking around, car running out of gas, middle of the road. Luckily, I was able to swerve over.
Nice.
I'm only a
Over
quarter.
the kid?
Not, I killed a kid
okay.
and his dog.
There's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine, dude.
Abortion's
I'm
legal,
only
guys.
a quarter
Late
mile.
turn.
I,
They were doing CPR when he left, so nobody
so I
really
get,
knows
I get
yet.
it. It's no big deal. I'll go over there. Linda's my mother-in-law's or whatever
Yeah,
she
she
is
probably
now.
has gas. You don't know. You don't want to step on
her
any
car's
toes.
there at least,
Yeah.
so I could walk over to the house, grab her car, get a gas
Yeah.
can out of the garage or something. I'm sure there's one in there. So I walk back, and as I get into the garage, there is a gas can.
Nice.
Empty.
No, it's got a little bit of gas in there.
It's
That-
full of
You
lean.
pull,
Diesel.
It's
not
lacquered.
diesel, it's gas.
What?
So I walk, and then in my brain I go,
This is a bad
"This
idea.
may not be enough gas."
Yep, that's
but
what
I
it
don't
Have to
need
get to the
much.
gas station.
This thing, I only have to go a block.
Yeah.
I don't need much. Okay, I'm gonna go in though. My wife will see me walk in and grab the keys and be like, "What's wrong?"
Yeah. Jet fuel.
No.
Or you could just walk in.
I
and
walked
say
in,
something.
grabbed Linda's key. I'm holding a gas can.
She's knitting.
She didn't look up.
No.
No, she's knitting, honey.
Does
Go on
not
about
care,
your day.
sweetie.
I've
So I
got to
said,
have this done.
Screw it. Put the key back down. Walk back to the Focus. Put the gallon of gas in.
Good.
Well,
No,
no, that's
Stardy.
56 miles.
No start. Right. No start. Couldn't get it to start. And then now people are gathering around. You know,
Hey,
church
what's
people.
the deal?
Yeah. What do you got going
You
on?
want us to push you? Where are you
Oklahoma, what are you
going,
doing
bud?
here?
Moving along.
Just try to place
This is
starter
a
fluid in the
church!
carburetor.
So I got out, walked back to my dad's, get the can, or bring the can, go back inside. Still not a question. Grab the keys this time. Go back to Linda's car. Drive to the gas station. Fill up the can.
Premium.
Stop at my car.
Nice.
Put it in. Get out. Start it. 100 miles to empty. It's like, really, you couldn't have started
Right.
like it's tilted just
Yeah.
enough to where your little suction
Yeah.
sucker in the tank.
It couldn't get that
Couldn't
thimble of
get
gas.
one little thimble to save me 20 minutes.
You could have shook it. Did you shake it?
I did. I was like,
Do you have any
Push
little
in the
kids?
car.
You should have the kids get in the. Hey, kids! And many of you
there's
kids.
so many kids in that trunk.
You should have said, "So many kids get in this car. I'm going to take all you kids."
Move those baby caskets.
Yeah.
Get in.
Get them out.
Oh, that was the problem. You had too many baby caskets in there.
I get back. So now I drive Linda's car back to the house. I leave my car running because I got to get that air conditioner going. And I figured I got plenty of gas.
Got
now.
100 miles to go.
Get back over there. Get the gas. And as I'm pulling in, I see my water-headed family, my dad and Linda and the truck. They're driving. I'm like, I can't have this because now it'll be 30 minutes of me talking about how I ran out
What
of gas.
happened,
And
yeah.
then being like, well, why didn't you just do this? And why didn't you come in here and ask Heather? It's like, I can't. She's knit. She's got to get it done. You know, I can't
Don't
come in here
talk
and
to
They
my
ask.
don't
wife.
understand that though either.
They don't understand.
the knitting culture.
So I walk in. I have the keys. I set them down. This is the first
nitty-gritty.
time. She's like, I reek of gas. Is everything all right? It's like,
I've seen you come in here 3 times now.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong.
and I just walk because now I know I can't go
thought you were
this
going
way.
to the
They'll
show.
see me. So I go out the back door, down the
Smart.
thing, and then straight over to cut
ya.
through the lawns like
Yep.
some sort of sandlot kid.
Right.
And get over there, get back in there, drive to the gas station, fill it the remainder of the way up.
You don't have to. It was 100 miles. You could have made it.
I didn't want to go through that
You know what I
again.
mean?
And anyways, it's just weird that it all kind of connects, you know?
Yeah. Running out of gas.
So that
Had she,
so not really tooth problems then.
well, had she been
Oh,
like,
there's still rice in there, bud. It's
So
just a
how
mountain of
long-
rice.
yeah,
How long has it been since your gas gauge has not worked?
It's been 3 days
it
since
works
I talked to
great.
you.
It told me I
But
had no gas.
there's been a lot of stories about his challenge. He wants to make it here on one fill up,
Yeah.
and they did.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why the one fill up's not necessarily a victory.
No, it wasn't a victory at all. It was a battle of wills.
Wits.
It was a
Wits.
win followed by a loss, followed by a win.
Had there been conversation,
Don't
like,
put this on her.
well, there's just
No.
little things. It's called a butterfly effect,
Nope.
Casey, and there's a movie about it.
Embroidery.
So you're saying if you would have had sex,
first of all,
none
hey,
of this would have happened. Is that what you're trying to say?
it's not knitting.
Yes.
It's not crocheting. It's embroidery.
You wouldn't have been as mad about it had you had sex. I think.
It's embroidering.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And she can't do it in the car. What do you think she is, a robot?
No, it shakes. It shakes too much.
she's had 2 years, guys.
I was going to
can't do it in
say,
the car.
this started over a year ago where she
The
could have completed
pandemic,
it.
you know.
when you guys were
Yeah,
just in
but also-
Arkansas.
And I'll back your wife up on it. She didn't want to ask. Sometimes you get pissy.
Yeah, she knew I was already in irritated mood because I already had
Put your
to,
glasses like that.
Yeah.
you know, make the dinner, which is fine.
I hated to call you today. I hated to call you today to tell you that I either I'm going to be late or I won't be at the show from undue circumstances. I
He
didn't want
does
to do
get
that.
pissy, Heather.
And I was going
agree.
to text it, but I was like, no, because he might see it, might not. I don't know. And I, you know what I mean? I don't want to type another chapter 4. Then this is what happened, you know?
Nine times out of 10, when Conrad leaves, comes back in with a gas can and leaves again, he's just going to go wash his hair.
I was going
real
to
quick.
say, you don't know.
So
There
she's
could
like,
be a
well, why
light
is he washing
thing. He
his
could be
hair
washing
before
parts.
the show?
He could be filling up with soup. He's been known to show up with a fucking
Yeah.
gas can full of soup.
That's
Well,
right.
More than
sometimes-
once.
That's it. Or
Sometimes-
soak his
Or,
feet.
you know, you see, he showed up to work one day and he had like it was one of the 1 gallons. It wasn't a 5 gallon, but he takes a big drink out of it. And everybody's freaking out. He had a
Right.
fucking
Sometimes you
coffee
gotta
in
drink
it.
a little
Because
gas.
he ran out of cups at home. And
No, he got mad at that guy that filled up that gallon.
So
So,
you
he just
never
got the
know.
1
Thank you,
Thank you,
gallon.
Skid Man. Sometimes you just
Yeah.
run out of gas.
And last time
No,
she said, hey,
sometimes you need to drink a little gas.
Oh, drink a little. Okay.
sometimes, last time
wasn't
she said, hey, did
backing
you
you
run out
there.
of gas? And he got all pissy and said, no. Have you
Yeah.
never seen a man sterilize a possum before?
Right.
Yeah. My fucking
I'm
feet
shaving
hurt,
a possum.
bitch. My feet
Well,
hurt.
there's other marinades that you can use on
It's
possum.
called-
I'm working out.
manscaping,
Look how
honey.
skinny I've got, honey.
Look.
Well, I did, you know,
You're so
it could have been so perfect had maybe I just swerved and put the tires on that kid just to have the tank
right.
at the different angle. I
Sure.
don't know which side the suction is on the tank.
No one knows.
On that car,
More focus.
It's like
no,
a soaker hose or
you'd
something.
be driver's side more. You want to lean it to the left.
Yeah,
And to
it
be
was
fair,
leaning to
she
the
didn't
right.
see the
It's-
gas can. You must have been holding it different. You know what I mean? With your left hand or something. She
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I
And
was.
did you think about priming the pump by just opening the top of the engine and dumping gas in it?
Have you seen a Focus engine? It's
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
Yeah, you
where,
just-
where did I pour the gas?
You take the 3 bolts,
right
hold
over
it
the
in, and you
top
dump
of
the you just poured over it. It's like a marinade.
And then you spin the fan, just with
Yep.
your hands,
Yeah.
like an old prop plane.
I don't know how she
Or
didn't
you
see
can
it.
sometimes
It's-
just
it was
soak
a 30-gallon
soak the air
tank.
filter.
It was a 50-gallon
On
drum
wheels.
on a dolly.
The point is,
55-gallon.
I
drum.
didn't. Sometimes she makes her things sound like they're so important
Yeah.
that I don't want to interrupt on them.
Sometimes you make your thing sound so important, though.
Not really.
No.
You
That's
do.
wrong.
You make.
I
No,
don't
he does. No,
I
that's,
mean, I don't
that's
think
not
made,
true.
That's
you made
true.
you made
That's not
having
true.
sex with you today the reason why you ran out of gas and your whole day was ruined.
Well, but
I
that's
didn't-
true.
So
I mean,
how many-
there's a
Yeah.
difference between truth and, made up stuff.
Hey, listen.
But
That's
the-
not
Hey,
so important.
as his future husband, I can tell you, I've already figured out
There you go.
what you do when Conrad's pissy. You purposely ask a question to get him to fucking unload.
Yeah.
He unloads,
Yeah.
and he's fine within 3 minutes. I've seen it in person. Just
That's
let him go
right.
fucking ape shit,
Right.
and then he's fine for the rest of the day.
That's
I
true.
don't
Thank
know
you
if
for
any of
noticing.
that's
And it's
true.
an Irish thing, I think, or German.
I found it quite the opposite after
Racist,
working with
but
him for
okay.
4 years. Usually once he unloads, he actually is madder, and it seems like it's at you, but it's at himself for so long that it's a whole nother day and a half of awkwardness of him not knowing how to talk to you after you've gotten a fight with him. So,
Well, but I mean, it depends. When he unloads when he's talking,
Yeah.
that you're right. But when he unloads when he poops, he always feels better. You know this. You know this as his husband.
Well,
Nature.
It's just, it was, I
Which
was
is not often. He poops about as much as he drinks water. It's like a quarterly event.
But you get him to chug a quart of water.
Yeah.
He'll.
I guess
that's
the
true.
way that my brain processes the situation is if I wandered around the kitchen for an hour and just hinted at like, are you getting hungry? You think we should like try to do something? And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cook. I don't think I should. I don't. Then if I actually do need something, I just spent an hour getting turned down on the one thing I did ask for. So why do you think I would ever ask? I'm not going to ask you in the same evening within minutes after you just said you're not going to make food.
Right.
So like, hey, can you stop what you're doing and drive me over to the gas station and then take me back and we'll start the car and then drive this back?
Yeah, and you can't ask her, "Hey, do you want to get up and make food?" Because that's very sexist.
Yeah,
and
I
it's-
didn't
it's
just say
very
it outright.
rude.
Can get up and make. I know it's like, are you thinking that maybe I should heat something up first, or maybe you want to do that, or if you, I don't know. And she didn't.
So
but if
do
you would have left
have,
early enough to go get gas, you would
Yeah.
have still ran out. But then if you would have planned on getting food while you were there,
gas station food.
oh man,
I
he
know,
lives
just-
on it. His body, look at his body. It's built on
I'm
gas
just-
station food. He's fucking fine.
It's not that I
fine.
have anything.
I think actually cured
He is
me.
fine.
Hey, yeah.
Remember
and-
when I lost my head and now it's deep
In hindsight, Conrad should have been smart and said, "Hey, honey, we're low on gas. I could swing and get gas. And do we have anything planned for dinner? Because if not, I'm going to
I'm
pick
gonna stop
something
and
up
get a
here."
couple
Yeah.
fucking burritos up here at this
Right.
Casey's.
Easy.
Yeah, that gas station, it's a fucking grocery store. The darn grocery store
I
in
know
there.
it is a grocery.
Oh, that's you twice.
I know, but it's like we're in a home that is supplied with food.
but it's not your food.
It's more of a house.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
You're
our
on
food.
Airbnb,
It's not
bud.
a
You're on
home,
an
it's just a
Airbnb.
No, but it is kind of our food. You know, it's my dad's food, and he broke down on the side of he owed me.
I mean,
dinner.
I actually get her. I'm on
We
her
broke
side
down
of
the side
this.
of the
I
road
never would cook
yesterday.
in somebody else's house.
You don't cook in your own house.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Make your wife
You just
do it.
said you don't
That's
cook.
somebody else's house. The fucking bank still owns it,
Right.
and I'll
There's
never
one for
cook in
Casey.
somebody else's house.
What kind of bank?
I don't.
Yeah, that's one for you, buddy.
I don't mind. I don't like looking at something in a fridge and then shutting it and driving to a place and buying what I just looked at.
Right.
You know,
That's Jello.
it's theirs. I better go buy a different Jello.
Golden Corral.
Then on the
So
way
you like,
home,
do you leave,
the
it- do you
kids
leave
say,
money for them at like the end of the weekend for that money for the food?
Yeah, I do all their bills every week, and
That's not true.
For
Your
no
wife.
money.
Now you're upsetting your wife. She says that she can't win.
oh, that's not true.
you can at least tie.
But there's
She
a-
could win by giving you a hand job or having sex.
She
with
did
you.
give me
true,
a hand
H.
job.
Oh,
I
well,
said it was 2 minutes. I just
Oh.
took till 9 to wake her up.
but then what do you? But you've still been pissy all day. I thought that was going to
It
set
didn't
you
get me on my
straight.
funk. I said I was in a funk all day.
But that's all you
So
wanted.
What,
You were. To,
what kind of grill do you
what
have?
if we all gave you a hand job? See if that gets you out of your.
It's
funk.
not coming.
Did you go for a jog
Okay,
today?
that's not going to happen.
I did. I did. I went for my jog.
I'm sorry, Heather. I worked with him long enough. I couldn't imagine.
So, Conrad, what kind of grill do you have?
He has a gold one. I've seen that. It looks good on him.
He's got one with
No, what
half
kind
of
of
it's
grill?
soft.
Is it charcoal? Is
Oh,
it
charcoal.
propane?
At home? Or at where? At home I do.
Do you have a portable one?
No, down the street from your house.
I have so many questions.
I don't
3 blocks to the west.
I don't know where this line of questions. I have a charcoal one at home.
And
Okay,
the
that's-
grill that you have in the storm drain.
That's going to be your hobby.
That's what he's asking.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
the one you have a quick
Okay.
grip.
So, as you have 3 different choices. You have chicken, pork, and beef.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you want to get wild with it,
I'll throw a
some,
balance of nature gummy on there.
throw some lamb
Nice.
on there.
Yeah.
Or some fish.
Fish.
Well,
Well,
it's not Lent quite yet. He's got to get his.
You mean the cooking thing? I enjoy cooking. I mean, I didn't write a cookbook or anything, but
Oh, you used to be on a cooking show.
Yeah.
You know, so that's good.
I enjoy the cooking. You know, it's fine.
okay, what's your favorite thing to grill?
Human.
Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of spices do you use? Tony Chacher's?
Oh, just salt and pepper usually
Yeah.
Salt,
salt and pepper. Yeah.
on most stuff.
little cayenne
Maybe
pepper?
butter. Oh, I mean, if I get wild, yeah,
Getting
I'll,
fancy
Okay.
with it.
I might throw a little cayenne on there,
Okay.
depending. Yeah.
Only if the meat's
So is
rancid.
that enjoyable to you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Is that peaceful?
Yeah, it can
and
be.
what kind of beer
Mm.
do you drink while you're grilling?
Oh, typically a vodka and whatever, Crystal Light.
Okay.
Tang.
Tang.
If you're in
Or Tang.
Arkansas.
Tang. That's an
Okay.
Arkansas drink.
So what's the problem?
Well, I couldn't go fire the grill up tonight and cook the stuff. I guess I could have.
You were supposed to do it before you came down here after your HJ, bud.
Yeah, you should have. You should
Get you some pocket meats for the ride.
Like I get it, and sometimes it's just the weather. You
I'm
know?
just saying
too
find
hot.
something that's enjoyable
Yeah.
100%.
that doesn't involve anybody else. And that is yours.
He does. He has that jogging.
That is yours. You can
Yogging,
grab
some
onto it
call it.
with both fucking hands.
Stop.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
up
do.
to
Fifth
two.
time it's been
Two
said,
dinner.
but
Oh, I know.
But
Two
Mike challenged
dinners,
that
that
I
was the
don't
most
say it.
direct and obvious time it was said. I get you.
But Eric's got two as well. So for those of you at home,
Casey's got 5. What's the funniest?
for
He
you
said,
ladies
"Tell
at home
Conrad,
keeping
You're
score.
fine. It's not you. It's never been you.
I come up with the wild things. Like I had this on here, and I know where it's going to lead, and that's why people would turn off. Like, what is the coolest way to mount a horse?
Right.
And
From
I
the
know
back.
where that's going to. Yeah,
It's from the left side.
Well, I mean, like, you go Back to the Future. Was that the one when he jumped off the train onto the horse?
I think
Back
the
to
onto the
best
back.
way to mount it's like when it's in the phase, like where it's rearing up on you.
Yeah, you
Oh.
try that.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh, I thought you were. So are you talking about getting on one to ride it, or are you talking about stuffing one?
No, I meant to ride it.
I don't
Okay,
like
sorry,
where this
never
is
mind.
Your
going.
answer would work for both, though.
That is
That
true.
is- that's what I was
If a
thinking.
horse reared up and you just full sprint, and just jumped on
Fucking
its
jumped
back,
on it. Hell yeah,
You
bud.
kicked
Number
your
two.
feet up and just
That's
got
two
onto it.
cases.
If
Stick
you
it.
ran right into his chest.
See, but I think it's almost cooler to get on a horse classy, like side saddle,
Oh yeah.
and maybe even be hoisted.
Huh. Or have the
Like somebody grabs your
have the
hips.
horse hoisted and then get up there and then have it lowered down.
And that got me thinking about, like, why don't we? Because you have these big sleeves for horses where they'll make horses ejaculate with them.
I've seen them. Yeah.
You've seen these Skin Man. They're like horse fleshlights, but they're like a sock.
Yeah, there's a Hogan one I seen it tonight.
It's like a newspaper sack stuffed with
No,
gel.
not a newspaper. A news.
Well, like the sack, the long
Oh, I
sack,
thought you said
the bag.
newspaper.
The bag, newspaper
Whoa.
bag.
Yeah.
Those are only used in Arkansas.
Yeah.
In that town you talked about.
Well, they also have the you know those in the Olympics. What are those saddle horses? What are they called?
Oh, when you ride the carriage thing,
Where you
or
go,
whatever.
you swip your legs.
Oh,
you have-
the chariots?
no,
That's what I thought it was
it's a
saying,
big
chariot.
thing. It's got the 2 handles.
are you talking
Oh.
about when you do gymnastics? And
Pommel
it's
horse,
called the
parallel
saddle.
bar, the
Pommel horse. So you got the pommel horse.
Yeah.
Well, what they do is they put a pommel horse and they kind of tilt the end down, and they put that sack underneath it.
Oh,
And they just put it in a
that's what-
barn. And they lower the lights a little bit, and play some romantic music, and they just get their studs in there.
Do you know what a pommel horse is?
No.
Imagine a giant
Where you
hot
do the
dog with
spins,
2 staples.
with your
in it.
hands on
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
it's got the handles
yes.
on it.
You got to refer back to hot dog language.
Sorry.
Casey,
Yeah.
once
So it's
once your legs finally go kaput,
I know. I'm going to be
You are
awesome. They're
gonna
going to weigh like
rock a
3
pommel
pounds.
horse.
I
I'm
know
going
what
to
a
tear
pommel
it up
horse
on
is.
So
that.
they have one
Yeah.
of those, and
Yeah.
they just tilt it down.
Thank
And
you
It's adjustable
for believing
for
in
the
me.
height of the
Oh, yeah.
horse.
Mhm.
I have no
Stud
other
that you want to
choice.
stud it.
Yeah, and you think you would spin off of a pommel horse onto a horse?
That's how I'd mount it, but they have those for the studs to mount to fill up the bag.
Oh,
They use those, and I've sent you pictures. Like, hey, bud,
Yeah, I
and you
didn't
never
know.
knew what it was. You don't even know what you.
I didn't know.
And I was like, think
He
Olympics.
calls it
and
a
you're still
pound
like,
horse, not a pommel horse.
right?
it's a weird
well,
looking Twinkie.
where I got
Now,
was like
All
mounting.
the ladies that are out there, they also do the hands-on one
Yeah,
because sometimes you're out in the field, you don't have a pommel horse.
Oh, they're putting staples in the Twinkies?
So when you get the horses to the barn,
I've
if
seen
they have
the
a pommel
cow
horse,
thing
Yeah.
done.
you get that bag underneath it. Just leave
Yeah.
that horse in there for a little bit.
put a wig on it or anything, like just
Don't
or a
have
mane,
to. You can
dress it up.
dress it up.
I just thought it'd be cool if our presidential bee plugs were equine. If we had an equine line,
Oh, we can have a
because
fine line.
that is such a large. Have you ever seen a
I'm
horse's
going to have $1 million
haunches?
baby one.
A horse has big haunches.
Oh,
That's
big
a large crack.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking
You
about
could-
putting them into that world.
A
I
hubcap.
thought we were doing famous
Oh, imagine
horses
having
now.
life-size heads of D. Trump
Nice.
sticking out of a little
Yeah.
trotting horse.
See, and I
going,
went the other way. I thought you wanted to evolve the line into doing famous horses as the bee plug. So
Oh,
I was
it
thrown
can be
off.
cross-marketed.
I mean, you could do a prototype pretty easy.
Like
Just get
at least Triple Crown winners.
a bowling pin and just put a mannequin head on
Ah,
Would that be enough width for a horse? I feel like a woman could take that.
it. Then they
Not
can.
a horse.
Yeah,
In
you're
the
right.
bee or in the coo.
Yeah, you'd almost need like your.
And by
That's
the way,
probably a bowling pin size, though. Your cup.
I mean, look at igloo cooler.
How
One of-
big is a horse's
one of those,
anus?
One of those novelty giant plastic Coca-Cola bottles that you put
Oh,
the
yeah.
coins in.
There you
That
go.
would be a perfect bee plug for a
And-
horse.
You couldn't keep the coins in there. Never mind.
You could
It's
make it
savings
heavier.
It would be kind of cool if you did. You did rattle around.
It would.
Loose
Huh?
change coming around the.
It's a good ride today. Lost $1.50.
Here comes rattle.
I just sometimes I feel like if we
Just put,
like these,
4 pennies on there.
we sit around and we're like,
It's a quarter horse.
these are the most majestic animals in the world.
they don't want them, maybe, bud. Only when you don't want them to poop, I guess.
Oh, do you look at handsome, majestic men and women and be like, oh, they probably don't want sex?
Yeah, they don't
Well,
want.
I think they don't want butt plugs. Most
And listen,
don't.
Everybody wants a butt plug.
I
the horse,
don't.
the horse community is
Anybody
the
that tells you otherwise
Abercrombie
is
and
a
Fitch
liar.
Yeah.
of the animals.
That's true. He's
Because
right.
horses aren't generally beautiful or anything like that.
No.
It's just that we toss the ugly ones. We kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like they're a beautiful species.
No.
You just only see the cute ones.
Right.
Oh yeah, we got the horse
Now,
down
hey,
here on Faggot. It's
When
an
you
awful
get
horse.
into centaurs,
Or whatever.
that's a
Teach
complete.
their own.
That's a complete different thing.
Centaur, yeah,
Snow White is beautiful.
that horse on Faggot. Is,
Oh,
I saw it driving the other day.
It's 117.
What was it
yeah, it's
driving?
melting.
Like a Taurus, like
Yeah.
an old Taurus, like a '95 Taurus show.
Dude, that'd be fucking sick. Freaking sick. God,
Love
there's
those
two
cars.
for me.
Frankensick.
2-1.
So, anyways, I wasn't mad at anybody. I was in my funk, and that was my own funk. You know. And then I realized my own.
Is this your way of explaining? Is this your way of talking out of being an asshole today?
I wasn't being an asshole.
Just
I just was
embrace
quiet.
being-
Everybody has bad days.
Yeah.
He can be a butthole for a day. It's
Right.
fine.
Everybody
Oh,
needs a
that
butt
was some
plug.
soap on that. Congratulations, sir.
And I was just being quiet, and then I was just thinking, I have to do a show, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, don't be quiet. Be loud
And
in
then
the
luckily
car.
I ran out of gas.
Yeah.
You got to be loud in the car on the way here.
There you are, God.
There you are.
Thank you. There you are.
And then the
I see.
decision when I'm holding the can and there's maybe half of it filled, and this is a very small can. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can start now.
I could go get gas and fill this up, or I can risk it. I'll risk it.
Yep. Gamble.
Yeah, and I gambled it, and just like at a casino,
New
I
roller.
lost. So, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have got the potato skin or the rice stuck in my tooth.
Yep.
You know,
Did it come out?
no.
It's still in there.
The cool thing about when you
The
have soft
tooth
teeth
or the
is
rice or the potato?
you just keep packing it down. If you can't flick it out with your tongue, you know, when you kind of like get a big chunk and you're like,
You
Beef
should
jerky?
use Coach's straw.
if you use this, I'd lose a tooth.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
just
with,
gouge
flick
the
it right
whole
out of there.
tooth out and then start over.
the last time I flossed, it looked as if like Leatherface came over my house and
Yeah,
put
I'm,
his chainsaw into
I'm
my
picturing an autopsy.
It's similar to when I brush.
mouth. Yeah. So I try not to. I try to stay away from flossing. That's for
I
the
try
birds.
not to
And my
brush
dentist
at
doesn't
all.
recommend it.
Yeah. He's the one. 98% suggest flossing.
Yeah.
He's part of the 2%.
Well, now the
That's
biggest
for noobs.
That's just propaganda from the big
Yeah.
crossing industry.
Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Looks
biggest
fine.
problem. The biggest problem is when you brushed your teeth.
Status quo is the best option
Yeah,
always.
that's it. Whatever you're doing or not doing, just keep doing it. Don't care.
I use a lot of kitchen products.
Yeah. Good.
Comet.
Baking powder.
Yeah.
Easy off.
Nutmeg.
Well,
Easy off is
yeah.
great for plaque.
sometimes you just interview, like we interview this cleaner. You know, you just put a bunch of toilet cleaner into your mouth.
Yeah.
Gets all the grime off. Or Brittany, what's her name? Brittany
Oh.
Grimer it off.
Grimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have a potty mouth tonight.
No, I try to keep it clean, dude, for the kids that are listening.
Well, I'd like to thank all the lady listeners.
She was great
that-
on CSI.
Oh, Brittany Grimer's?
Yeah. CSI. I think she was on Las Vegas, so it was a bad one.
You know what movie I watched? It's not a movie. It's a movie about steroids in baseball.
The replacements.
Have you watched it's called a documentary. It's a Screwball.
Mhm.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's a great whiskey.
What's so crazy about that movie, if you haven't seen it, is there's this really yoked tan guy.
Uh-huh.
And all he does is tan.
Yep.
That's his life. And he works out and takes steroids and tans. And he gets in touch with a new tanning salon comes to town, and he's like, oh, I've never seen it. I'm going to go see what they're about.
Yeah, he's a tanning aficionado. New bulbs.
Yeah.
That's such a
badass.
New
weird
beds,
thing, dude.
New beds. I'm the first tan guy to be on this bed. I'm in.
But
That's tanning world, man.
Yeah.
If you're at a place and you find out the other place has new bulbs with new blue bulbs that do what, you got to go try it out.
Got to go try it out.
But the way he was talking was like, yeah, I like to go into a new place and talk to him, just kind of get the feel, talk to the owner. What?
Yeah.
Go away, dude.
Well, you got your gear like anything else. If you go to the gym,
Yeah, but
you
that
got to
guy
have your
spends
own
20
water
grand there a
bottle,
year.
your
He
shake
can talk
bottle.
to the owner.
Right.
You got to have your bag,
Your lotion, your tanning lotion.
tan lotion,
Yeah.
you get the little glasses, those little really cool glasses. You still wear those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Put his
Eyeball?
glasses on him.
You got to, man.
Those are sweet.
And what's so crazy is the guy then that did all the steroids in baseball that was given like A-Rod and Manny Ramirez or whatever.
It's AA Rod.
A-Rod and doing all that stuff. He had just got in touch with these tanning salon people
Uh-huh.
because they were part of a mafia or something. And they're like, yeah, you can do your youth anti-aging stuff here. Put your serum here.
Yeah.
And people would he had 300 customers.
Sure.
That were all rich doctors and lawyers and stuff. But then he'd also have the athletes.
Yeah.
He'd already been caught.
Doesn't matter.
And they started doing it again.
Yeah.
And then that guy walks in and he just wants to market for them because he takes so many steroids that this guy gives him.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, and better, how about you buy into the company? Here, how about $4,000?
I've got
So
that.
he
man.
gives him a check for
That's right.
$4,000 and then he doesn't get it back within a week. And he's just like, I couldn't take it anymore.
Couldn't take it.
I couldn't take it anymore. I started calling him.
Yep.
You know,
Where's my money?
where's my money? This eventually got to where somebody went to A-Rod's house and got the money for him.
Yeah.
And then he took all the documents and basically ruined the game of baseball. It was going great.
It was going fine.
Over $4,000.
Yep. And then someone just ruined it. Well,
That guy did.
that guy did.
The Tannen man.
Tano.
John Tano, dude.
John Tano.
I don't know. Which is why that melts your brain. The tanning, I think, gets into your brain.
But the $4,000 for a guy whose only job is to run a tanning aficionado blog that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's one night at the casino, but
Right. Yeah, that's true.
it's a lot of money.
Or a day down on Broadway for me.
A good day.
But-
It's just,
36 dudes, I could make the same money you
Got
can
it.
make in 20 minutes on
it's
that
so
slot
crazy
machine.
that all happened, you know, and that's how dumb, but a lot of these people we forget they're Dominican. They don't know any better.
I don't know what that means.
Well, they're trying to be the 51st
Yeah,
state.
A-Rod.
That's number one.
Is Dominican.
Yeah.
Extremely smart and talented.
Oh, there's no way they're going to let the Haitians in.
And
No.
Randy Ramirez
Mark
was-
McGuire is
Dominican.
Haitian.
Mark McGuire got caught up in the real steroids.
Yeah.
This was like
The real juice. dude.
after that, then
Calm down.
that calmed down, and this guy was like, "Oh, you're never gonna get as long as you do my regimen, you know, just
You never
take
get
this
caught.
much. You're never
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah,
caught."
and that's why they don't get caught. Is because they go to them and they say, "Hey, I could keep it so you don't get caught."
Mm-hmm.
And then the multi-million-dollar athletes go, "You can?" Yes, I have a wealth of experience because I travel the country looking at tanning beds. And the guy goes, "Oh, okay, I trust you."
That sounds good. Tell me about this one. This has got new bulbs. They're blue.
I just don't know. Would you do it?
That's
Would
how
you
you
do
know they're
steroids?
good.
Huh?
Because a lot of these people did steroids were
Are you
normal
asking
people.
him or are you asking him?
Like, if me and you were at a bar in Miami, an outdoor bar in Miami.
Oh, okay. Are we getting shot right now?
No, it's a good bar.
Okay.
Not that there's that many in Miami.
Shot or
Yeah.
shots? Like, did you order a
ooh.
round of shots?
Yeah,
Is
did
that
we
what
order
you're
around the shots?
Yeah, we'd order. What kind would you order? Rum?
saying? You're in Miami.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
in
it's
Miami. Let's have a little rum. You say, hey, let's get a little rum shot.
Little
I
rum
say
shot.
lemon,
Yeah.
lemon drops.
And we'd have
uh,
2 or 3. Then we'd start playing our game. What does this guy do?
Right.
And that guy would be sitting there,
Santanin.
and we'd say probably owns a tanning salon. And he'd be like, I don't. I actually own an anti-aging clinic, but it is at a tanning salon. And then you would be 2 shots, 3 shots in.
Yeah.
Casey would be there and be like, anti-aging? This guy needs it. He's only 42.
Right.
That guy said, I can help you, dude. Let me check your
And
blood.
that guy was checking me out already because he's like, I can't believe they let this old guy
This guy-
out past 9.
His dad's drinking with his son, or
Yeah, this is nice.
There's no way that
It's
guy
really-
is 46.
it's-
There's fucking zero chance.
It's really cool that you're taking your
I
dad
mean,
out for
seriously.
lemon drops.
I was
You
I was
know?
thinking they'd be saying,
It-
wow, it's cool that the
it's still-
dishwashers come out and drink with the common folk after their
True.
shifts.
That's right.
His age is more
tell
controversial
him.
than the Dominican
I'm a
players that
patriot.
do come over the United States when they're 26 and say they're 16.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happened to him.
Right.
No,
What
this-
sport did you play?
Huh?
he played baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, he's a baseball player.
The real
But he's
sport.
46 in Irish years.
Till the Dominicans
Yes.
ruined the game,
He's-
right, guys?
It's true. I
Am I right?
look really good in Ireland.
No, you don't.
There's a movie
No.
coming out, too, about the All Irish. To follow up, I probably wouldn't.
You talking about the Black Panther movie?
You should.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not from him. But your wife's a doctor, and you'd say, babe, what is going on,
I've discussed that with my wife.
like with testosterone levels and
I've
that kind of
discussed
stuff?
the tea stuff with the wife. And she says it is a scam.
It's what?
Scam?
And yeah, and I said there's a lot of guys that are out
Your
there
wife
that's
says
my
a lot
age,
of stuff is
you know what I
scam.
mean?
Yeah.
That I was, you know me, I might be hanging out at in the back mopping, you know what I mean, or doing dishes or something. I come back,
It's just a scam because she don't have sex
I
with you.
overhear people,
Yeah,
you know, and I look at people that look like Eric and like, wow, you know, I mean,
right.
they're allowing 21-year-olds in the back part here, you know, in the rich part,
Yeah.
you know, and it's people like him's like, yeah, I'm 50, you
Mhm.
know, and I can't get it up anymore, and I do the tea, solve. Oh, you were there? Was you there at the hog hunt?
Yeah.
And that guy, yeah. So that guy, same thing. He was 43. He looked 13. You know that
Low
guy.
T.
Yeah, low T. He was a big proponent of it.
Well,
He's
your
like,
wife
yeah, it
also
works.
believes in COVID. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So there
that's
are
true.
some things that she's wrong about.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty mad that she had to wear a mask in Mexico. I guess they're still masking up down there.
Mm.
So she was really kind of mad about that. Like, guys, it's over.
Well, obviously it does something, even if it is a placebo, where because these guys took it and then started ripping home runs all over the place
Yeah.
again.
For sure.
Well, I mean, obviously people that need it, it's a thing. But I think probably what she's saying is if most guys that don't really need it, they could just change their diet or do other shit and they'd have the same effects.
She's not saying it's a complete scam,
She's
but
not talking about steroids. He's talking about just test.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
testosterone. If
Yeah.
you don't
But
do it
even
with the booster,
HGH,
There-
HGH is.
but that's a recovery. That's so you can go hard, and that just is a recovery.
see, but
thing.
it all kind of plays in. If you were to get steroids,
But steroids is
now
different
you're
than test.
motivated to go out
Oh,
and
I'd
do
be-
something.
This
This
is
fat
you
would be
take
muscle.
steroids, then you take testosterone to boost that,
Yeah.
and then you take HGH to recover,
and you
And then you hand
That's what
out the
I'm saying.
GHB.
and you tan.
But I mean, if they took Shannon's blood,
And yes, you
and they're
hand
like,
out GHB.
okay, but
This
I
is too
understand.
thick.
I understand why you don't want to go
We need to
do
TJ here for
anything.
this.
Like
TJ's
why you don't want to go out and lift weights all day like these people do. Why don't
Yeah.
you want to do it? Because you'd be like, I can't just
I
do
have
that.
a life.
I can't just do
I'm
that.
busy doing the
But
dishes.
If you do roids, you still need to lift.
I'm busy mopping the floor. What are you talking about?
But if they were to give you this
No, no,
shot,
no,
and it'd be like,
no.
you would be like, the floor is mopped, the
No.
dishes are done. I've
Right.
been out there chopping wood all day. I feel great. And
feel
then,
great.
I'm hard as a rock.
Yeah.
but then
Look
they
at
go
it.
Let's
like,
go.
hey, you're gonna be sore tomorrow unless you take this HGH recovery.
Boom, taking it for
Guess what?
sure.
We're all taking it. Now your whole neighbors,
That's the
everybody's
only one
trees
I've
are
ever
down.
wanted to
You're
take.
just chopping the whole neighborhood down.
It's true.
They should put that in the water instead of fluoride.
No, you know, here's the
It enhances it, I
here's
guess.
the thing. When you hit my age of 6,800, you know, if you haven't
Dude,
taken
you don't look a day over 50.
Thank you. If you haven't
Nine.
taken anything, your whole life, you pop half an aspirin, it does the same thing. I'm telling you that.
I love it.
I'm telling you
so
that.
gay.
I mean,
Yeah.
really,
Well, I know
because that's what that's you know. The wife
This
is
is
gone.
the guy that says you don't eat either.
you
no,
know
but
what I
you
mean?
stay clean and then you just go get an Excedrin and be like,
Boy, yeah,
I'm up.
I am ready to go. You know what I mean? And I'm not sore at all. I tell you what, I splurged, and I know I'm admitting this to you guys, and so you're gonna make fun of me. I
in
get it.
confidence.
Well, I mean, it's on the show. Everybody can listen. But I'm going to tell you what. I woke up one morning, and I was like, you know, I'm going to treat myself.
A leave.
I had 2 ibuprofens.
I still don't believe his game. But
Two.
That's
I
what
had
he
2.
does, man. I know.
So I don't take him either. But
Sucked them down, and I was like, don't care. No one's here to know. Don't care. I'm going to I know I might be dead. I might overdose, you know, because 2 is
It's pretty strong.
It's
dude.
about 1.5 too much for me. And I
That's
tell you what,
500 milligram
Hey, that's
ibuprofen
400.
or
They're
400.
200.
milligram.
I
piece.
didn't feel sore once that day or the morning I woke up. Not a soul. I
You don't have
felt
to tell
great.
me. I take it every day, multiple times a day, and I never take less than the maximum allowable dosage in one day.
Wow, that's good.
So
How much
you
take
take it
less?
4
16?
times. You take it 4 times a day.
I usually take
8.
3 in the morning and
Oh.
3 in the afternoon.
No.
Oh, no, you can take a few
Oh,
more than
no,
that.
no,
I think
no.
you can get away with
He
8
floating.
things.
Supposed to be 1,000.
No.
Oh, my
Gotta
wife
take
takes
4 of them.
But
Sit
Conrad-
down with some
Conrad
whiskey.
already knows this, though. He does this on a daily basis, weekly basis, because
Yeah.
that's why he never drinks water.
Right.
That way, once a week, when he has just that half a thimble of water,
It's enough.
yeah, he's like a rock star.
pissing for a week.
Oh, yeah.
It flushes
I
everything out.
heard a story this week from a person that his wife has been going through pain, and I've since stopped drinking water, and the doctor said it was the over drinking of water that was causing her pain.
Yeah.
She was drinking too much water.
Too
and
much water.
Wait, your doctor said this?
No, it was a coworker's, but it enacts a gland in your back that secrete, I don't know. So if you drink too much water, it actually can cause you to.
Yeah, he must be at the same office as my dentist.
I was going to say, did that doctor happen to have a Grateful Dead blanket covering the
There
windows
is
and
some
a dream
science
catcher over
behind
his
not
head?
drinking too
Right.
much water a day, but I think that that volume exceeds like 300 ounces or what, I mean, where you technically
It's
waterlog
surprisingly
yourself.
It's surprisingly not that much.
But
if
it's
you,
still
if you drink,
quite a-
if you drink 4 gallons a day, that's enough to deplete your body
Yeah,
real
it-
bad
That's why I said it.
of all your minerals
and
and
it
everything.
washes something out of your body that
It's
helps
all-
with
yeah.
pain.
It's
with,
all your minerals.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
Your kidneys will actually shut
yes,
down.
creatine and stuff.
Yeah,
rinses from
that's
your
a
body.
thing.
Well, I've
can't
never
drink-
I've never risked
Oh,
that.
you have no
I'm
risk
fine. I
of
got a
that.
lot of
You're
minerals.
Fine. You're fine. But there's a lot of people that said, water's good and I don't
got a
want any
hard
sugar.
liver, but a lot of it.
Liver's hard.
Chalky.
But I
for
drink
sure.
like, I don't know, 12 of these a day is probably my average. I mean,
Yeah.
I fill them up
Yeah,
with.
you run pretty hot though. If we're high,
So is
you got
that-
high
well,
BP, dude. You got high
but
blood.
it's
And you got
also-
electrolytes
Is that
in
like
there.
a
No,
flavored
I
water?
got low blood pressure. No, I do 3 flavoreds, and then I do the rest just regular.
The only
water.
reason I ask is because it's a radio show and everybody listening doesn't know that you were holding up your bottle of water that was purple.
Well, I'm just holding up a 16-ounce bottle
that
of
was
water.
just for the video, people.
Yeah, just
Right.
for the video.
Just for the video.
For the listeners,
Let
they're
it-
like, well,
I
what
drink
the-
about an
what
average
is
of about
Coach drinking?
160 to 180 ounces of water a day.
Well, that's a good
That's
boy.
okay.
Casey doesn't eat meat.
Yep.
And he doesn't drink water that's clear.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
2 rules to live by.
I do.
Well, Casey, you probably ought to, I mean, like not vitamins, but if you get minerals, I mean, there's a place for stuff. You don't have to drink sugar. If
There's no sugar in my stuff. Zero
Right.
sugar.
So I mean, just as long as you get your electrolytes and your minerals back in, you can drink as much water as you want. I
Yeah.
mean, so
That's what it was.
matter.
Was the electrolytes it washes out? So they said mix half of it in with like some Gatorade or something else.
Yeah.
Have you tried masturbation with a spoon? Like a good wooden spoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Making
tried
soup.
that?
Have you seen?
Because
My,
you got to.
have you seen my new Grateful
hit
Dead?
it with a. You got to hit it with a spoon every once in a while.
this is my
you
sleeping
tried
bag.
that?
Anyway, I keep it on the wall. It's fine. It hides my doctor's license.
Dude, I seen
It's in the
something
back.
that was disgusting. Speaking of masturbation, I guess it was the fires or something in California. There's a bunch of fires or something that went on.
Oh,
I don't know how recent this news story was, but
Well, they're still going, so it could be recent.
Yeah.
Well, more people need to be
I
putting
guess-
fires out with skeet.
it completely tore up a whole neighborhood, like obliterated this neighborhood.
later.
Right, but this neighborhood, it was like any other city or town. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's out there too, so probably 8,000 people or something
Sure.
in this thing. In this neighborhood was a sperm bank. They had a sperm bank
No.
and a tree because they keep that stuff in the refrigerator, which is
yeah,
like
you have to. Yeah.
because you don't want I think you can leave it out for like 72 hours or something if you blow on it, but then
Yeah.
it's got to be refrigerated.
Well, they have the cryogenic. You
once
talking
it
about
starts
freezer?
crystallizing, you got to put it in the
Gotta put it in
fridge.
the fridge.
You can
yeah.
sprinkle lemon juice on it,
Yeah.
which keeps it from doing that,
That's true.
but only for a couple hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll add a couple hours on.
It'll
to it.
spoil.
Think of
it
the
ta-
children.
And it tastes fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Think of the
And
children
that's how you
burning
get
up
the-
with all the citrus.
That's how you get those grapefruit head babies.
Those real big ones.
But anyways, a tree had got burnt down on the bottom, big old California tree,
Yeah. Oh, the redwoods.
landed on this office
Uh-huh.
and went into that cooler, like the walk-in fridge,
Yeah.
and split it open to those cups of oogie
It's
were
spilling
all
out?
over the place.
Oh.
Dude, check this out.
It's like they stepped on an Elmer's glue bottle.
And then they were showing these firemen that were putting out this fire.
They
in
were
this
eating
clinic.
it?
They were eating it. But they showed this fireman in the background that had like walked out of the building, and you know when you get mud on your shoes and you scrape it on his He's scraping. What had to have been splooge all over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a little baby batter over. Yep.
Did you step in gum?
No.
I think it was.
If you cook that at
Sounds
the
like
right
that.
temperature,
No,
can a
I
baby
stepped
get
in him.
born?
No, but it will
No.
egg up. It will. The whites will. It won't have any yolk, but it'll
Yeah,
white.
the whites
It's all
will
white.
eat.
You can
It's
eat
foamy.
egg whites.
It's all egg white.
Oops, all whites.
That's
We've all cooked our sperm, right?
That's not how science works. See, I was really hoping you were saying that one of the firemen would slip in it and then make a liquid children angel right there in the middle of the floor.
No, firemen are sturdy, fleet of foot men, and they were not slipping
Oh,
in
they
there.
can break fall like none other.
Yeah, and their boots are like they got some great traction, great tread.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope they had the
They got the
helmet on.
crampons.
Because, I mean, you can't get that out of a mustache.
when they all have them.
Yeah,
They
do.
had that big
For
beekeeper
sure.
helmet on or
Yeah.
whatever, flamekeeper helmet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys like still putting their because they don't know anything.
know.
They just
Yeah.
put their like this whole building's gone, dipping their hand on
Yeah.
the freaking handle. You know,
What
test
is
it,
this?
Test it,
All
test
right.
to see if it's hot. And there's like, Hank, the building's gone, dude. Like,
Test
Yeah,
the
but I don't
handle.
know if I should go in this door.
there's no wall on the other side.
Just walk around, dude.
I was afraid the handle was going to be slick.
Well, none of that's true. I made all that up because I thought it'd be funny
It
to
is funny.
imagine somebody walking through
Yeah.
semen. I didn't know how you get there,
It's like the band, Imagine Dragons.
so you can't look it up. But it's probably happened.
It has happened at some point. That's
What do
where
you think the biggest sperm bank in the world is?
Fort Knox.
For turtles. It's not for humans.
Well, I mean, like, you know how Bank of America, they'll have a big building somewhere, or
Big one, yeah.
Chase Manhattan. People
No.
always say Chase Manhattan. Is there like the mecca of sperm bank somewhere?
It's at the,
this is the original.
This
It's
is-
at the
yeah.
penthouse of the Four Seasons.
You want a tour?
Let's walk in there.
Come on in.
They gotta have it measured somewhere by gallons.
Oh,
Just like when
yeah.
you walk into a restaurant, it says this facility can hold up to 248 people. Sperm banks on the wall, they say this facility can hold up to 74 gallons or however many gallons.
Or 872 billion people. Potential people.
Do you think that there's people that go to sperm banks, get pregnant with sperms, and then abort them?
Well,
Yes.
now you can.
Yes.
I mean,
that has happened.
It depends on the state.
That's true, state to state.
well, if you do it before 6 weeks, it's fine.
Don't you think that would eliminate a lot of problems if we just got rid of sperm banks?
Well, I don't think
Well,
that
here-
very rarely ever happens if it goes to a sperm bank, bro.
Not 6 weeks.
No, but I mean, just eliminate a lot of problems, like unwanted children out there, because right now there's women that shouldn't be bearing kids, but then
Yeah.
get to play God and get kids.
Right.
They could take care of some of these unwanted kids
Yeah.
instead of spending $35,000
But they want
or
their
40,
own. They want their own.
Or come
wish
to
in one
kids.
hand and shit in the other. God gave you a crappy uterus.
Yeah, I'm not
Sorry.
sure why you're describing all of Oaklawn.
That's the government's problem, dude. Oaklawn is the government's problem. I'm just saying, like, that shouldn't be an option. Hey, we weren't able to get pregnant. So and so is sterile.
Yeah.
Now you adopt. That's how adoption should work.
Yeah.
I forgot to put my sticker on.
Yeah, you got a point because somebody could use that. I mean, let's say you had an ex-husband or something, and you know that
I
was
have.
saved. He had passed away, and you're going to have his kid, and then you found out he had an affair. So then you go get pregnant by a semen, abort the baby. That way you wipe his lineage.
Yeah.
off
Wipe it
the
out.
planet. Yeah.
Wipe it out.
Yeah.
And I would say you could just take the jiggy. I'm gonna call it jiggy.
I love
You could
that.
take the jiggy and just
Throw it at a fireman.
dump it out and not insert it and you get pregnant and do the whole thing.
No.
And that wouldn't
It's
be.
not as fun,
Yeah.
but it's still effective.
But at least it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Can you buy? I mean, could I go to a sperm bank to say I don't?
I need
want
a jar.
I just want 4 doses,
Jiggies.
please.
4 doses of jig, please.
4 gallons, please.
I'm going to become a reseller.
I'm out.
Fill up this cup,
No.
however many it takes, and I'll pay cash.
I am starved today.
Oh,
5,
Mr.
please.
Rockefeller.
It would be cool if you could just.
Did you want anything from Arby's?
It's just that rules are so weird. It'd be cool if you could bring a little hot plate and a skillet in there. and just
How many do you want?
yeah. I just need I don't know 6 or 7 cups, please.
So is that a George
you got
Foreman?
a code for
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi?
I go scrambled, so it always looks like more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how some dentists and doctors' offices now have their house, their office's therapy dog that just kind of wanders around the house. You could become that therapy dog for a
Nice.
sperm bank. You just wander around. Guys are a little bit timid. You, hey, buddy,
Mhm. Have some eggs.
who wants? How about a hug and some eggs?
Yeah.
That'll get you going.
I don't know if you can. I've never even seen if you can eat another animal's jiggy.
You can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been emergency rooms that's had to pump stomachs for that.
Well, you can. There's mountain oysters.
Yeah,
That's true.
You can eat cod
Those are
sperm.
balls. Those aren't cum.
but is it that the juiciness inside?
Isn't that where sperm stays?
You can get jiggy with it.
Because I feel like you bite a mountain
I
oyster.
don't think so. I
Just
think it
run
stores in your
juice.
stomach.
It's got a little juice.
If it runs clear, it's fine. But if it runs,
If it runs brown, you're in cider town. You know what I mean?
ooh, Angus.
Wagyu. I don't mind if I do.
Au jus.
I don't know. For all the things that people have cooked, like people will eat placenta.
Wagyu as you?
Yeah, I do know you can eat. You can
that's
eat.
my new
I
restaurant.
shouldn't say I know. I believe you can eat cod sperm. I think it's a little bit of a delicacy.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
that what is escargot? Isn't that like a whale sperm?
No, it's snail.
Which is the same thing, basically.
same thing? Yeah.
But it's
Just
snail,
as
not
slick.
snail sperm.
You eat
It's
both
just
with a
snail.
spoon.
It's snail babies. It's the babies of them.
It's all slick.
I felt like there was a whale. We were eating whale eggs or something.
You're just thinking of sperm whales.
I poisoned myself one time.
It could be that
On
on escargot.
snails.
On whale sperm?
I thought I was smart.
Salted them. They shriveled up.
No, dude.
Those are slugs.
I was in Mexico. I was in Mexico and I had these snails all over.
Porch boogers.
So I did what any right-blooded American. I
Free
loaded up.
lunch.
I loaded up my web page, my
Yeah.
search engine. Search "Can you eat snails?" That was a mistake. Switched over to another search engine
Right.
and found out that you could. The problem was these snails that were all over my downstairs area in Mexico.
Maybe that's because you used a hose to wash your upstairs.
I did do that, but I gathered all these snails in a big old galvanized bucket, and
Yeah.
I was like, "This is going to be great." I'll take them inside, cook them, because I do like escargot. It is delicious. Problem is these snails.
Same thing.
These snails had been eating a poisonous plant, and I did not know that.
Right.
And so I had one. It was horrible.
How did you do the research to know they were eating the poisonous plant? Just follow up.
Oh, he went back
Follow-up
down and there was
question
a
as
sign
a-
on it.
No, I ate one, and then I was like, "Why does this taste
El
so bad?"
poisonous.
And as just a follow up,
No
follow-up
problem.
question
I'll-
as an interviewer, I'd like to know.
I'll let you know. I had
As you-
I had the one. It was
and then
bad.
you took it and had it tested.
Nope. What I did was I was like, "Why does my escar taste so bad?"
Okay.
I was just a dummy shirt,
Okay.
like you do. It's like escargot is from all regions.
So
You
I'll
can-
test. I'll
no, and it's from all regions.
Google why does it taste bad.
Yes,
Okay.
and it says
poisonous plants very rarely.
well, no, they said that they taste different all around.
For
If
sure.
you have one that tastes very bad,
Bitter.
you could have,
If you have one in Africa, it tastes like barbecue.
maybe if they eat the barbecue plant, but you have to figure out what they're eating.
You were hoping these tasted like burritos
Oh.
or like rice, Mexican
Oh, dude,
rice.
I
or
had
something.
cooked them up with a little garlic and a little butter, and now the sauce was delicious. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh, it was
Because
nice
I-
cream
on
sauce.
point.
Nice cream sauce.
But when I pulled that little guy out of that shell,
Mm-hmm.
it popped it in. For a
how
second,
big are these?
Huh?
How big are these
Oh,
snails?
Normal. I mean,
Have you
regular
not seen a
size.
snail?
Just a regular size.
Okay.
snail.
You could eat snail. You're vegetarian.
But you have to be careful where you get them and what they've been eating. So if you get them out in the woods and they're real popular, they're probably going to taste like.
Yeah, there's no poisonous plants in the woods, so you should be fine.
Well, no, where they're around.
Yeah.
it's gonna
as long as
taste
they don't
like-
have poison ivy.
It's
I don't know.
wood.
I don't know how that would work.
Actually, that's fine.
Oh, you wouldn't get poison ivy inside you?
No,
You cook it out.
but they can eat different plants and sometimes
They
Like,
can
I'd like
process
mine to
it.
eat berries or something before I eat them.
You could.
Sweet snail.
yeah, they feed a lot of animals. You go track up those hogs we talked about, those wild fair
Oh,
hogs.
you follow them and eat their shit, man.
If you just put them in a cage and feed them nothing but corn,
Yeah.
Hog corn? Corn hog.
yeah, feeder corn.
Thanks a lot, guys. Now Casey's going to feed snails Little Debbie's snack cakes.
Oh,
You
my
could.
God.
You put them on that.
For sure.
they're
I don't
oats.
know anything about escargot, dude. Like,
They're snails.
My cargo 160 swiftly.
it's a weird.
That's a rap.
What do they call it that, you think?
He's got a business call already.
Do you boil them? Did you boil them?
Huh? No.
You fry them.
you
Always fry them.
A little saute. A little quick saute.
Which is a fry. I mean, technically. You fry
It's not
them.
deep fried.
Well, it's just above a simmer.
But I mean, it's on a pan, a frying pan.
You know
That's
when
how
they're
you
done.
saute.
You know when they're done.
Correct,
You,
on the
you get little
stove.
bubbles coming out of the shell. You leave them in the shell. You get little bubbles coming out of the shell.
Mm-hmm.
You leave them
Not
for
really
about,
it's
not
little,
even a minute longer.
A sear.
Take them off and you start. You get in there with a
little higher
toothpick
temperature
or
than
a
a
little
blanch.
escargot.
Okay.
fork.
Delicious.
Oh man.
Do you ever make a roux and then maybe cook them in a roux?
You could
Oh,
make a
man.
gravy
If
after you're done cooking. Sure.
No, I would just cook the roux and
You
then
could
mix
do
them in
that?
the roux.
And then put them in the rice. Maybe a little rice with the roux. It's up to you. If you make
I'd
a
put
roux.
them on a biscuit. I would probably take a fucking
You could do
escargot
that.
escargot gravy on a biscuit is
You could
probably
do
how
that.
I would go.
I don't know. I've never even looked at any recipes for that.
There's not because
There's
it's
probably-
a
there's-
horrible
Yeah, but
cuisine.
there's so many people on the other
I don't know
side
about
of the
It's
the
world.
fucking the grossest, one of the grossest creatures known to man. Why would you eat? It's literally
Have you had it?
Oh, I don't
snot
know.
as a creature.
Yeah.
Have
don't
you,
know
have
about
you
that.
ate that or oysters or
I don't know about the jiggy.
clams?
Can't do the
Yeah, I don't
texture.
know
Yes,
the
I've
jiggy.
had oysters.
Some people
it's
think that
fucking
little
it's
trail is the jiggy.
disgustifying.
It's not.
But that's not my
It might
palate.
be.
Right.
It might be.
I don't like the.
I didn't Google that. You know?
Well, that's good though because you know
Salty.
what not to do
Yes, yes,
for you.
yes.
Yeah.
And most people.
Well, one thing I forgot to tell you about going to Arkansas. Didn't see any snails down there.
Oh, you didn't look though.
No, I wasn't.
They're
They're
there.
there.
They're there.
They're there. Under every log is a snail in Arkansas.
Is that before we left, my wife was teaching some waterhead how to play piano, and
In
they were
Arkansas?
in
Online.
Oklahoma, an Oklahoma waterhead, and they were getting ready to go on vacation too.
Where are they going?
Arkansas. Everybody goes
They
there.
were going to Texas, and they're like, what are you gonna do down there? Go to a theme park,
We're
go
going
to
to Alamo.
Austin,
We're
go
going
to
to Alamo.
Alamo. You know, there's stuff to do in Texas.
Yeah.
People say, and no, we're going to. I think we're going. I forget what it's called.
Barbecue.
We're going to something. It's a gas station.
Oh, Bucky Devers,
We're going
bro.
to a gas station down there.
I don't think that's all they were doing.
That's what
That's
they were
it.
doing. They hadn't been to one, and so they were going to go on vacation
That's awesome.
and go to Bucky Devers to the gas
Yeah,
station.
that's great.
And
I
I
got
thought to,
escargot there.
I thought to myself, like,
Fuck yeah, they do.
oh, what a loser, man. Your vacation is just going to a gas station. But then I realized
That's way better than
I
yours
just
was.
ran out of gas.
I was more like, I don't think I've ever. When we go on vacation,
Yeah.
we do what people do when we do what Eric does for his normal job.
Yes, normal day for Eric.
He goes to a hotel.
Yep.
It's not even a nice one. Could be a La Quinta. Not to knock the great La Quinta.
You guys
Yeah.
do a lot of hotel stuff on your vacation.
Yeah, because I
House
don't know
and
how
hotel
to
stuff.
vacation. You know, I don't know what that means. Even when we go to this, we just went to somebody's house. It's not a vacation for
Yeah.
that person that lives in this house.
True.
It's just being at home. And then our family's like, haha, nice vacation, right? No,
No,
it's just not a vacation.
we
But then I
should
was
have went to
thinking,
Bucky Beavers.
what do people do? And I was like, oh, I bet they like plan stuff to do. Like this day we're going to go, parasailing, and this day we're going to go to this other thing, and this
Right.
day we're going to do horseback riding, and this day we're going to make love after a couple's massage.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll
That
stick in
doesn't
and
happen.
watch or whatever. I don't know. What do you do, Eric? Do you go on vacation or do you go to
I'm
take
the
your
worst
kids
one to
to a
ask on this
hotel?
one. I don't enjoy vacations. I'm not a vacation guy, but on the few I go to, it usually has some keystone things that you lock in on.
Like the
This
beer.
day we're going to make
Nice
sure
one.
we hit the
Nice.
zoo, and then
No
Yes.
negativity today.
and on that day we're going to do this one thing. But that's only like usually a couple hours of the day. It's everything else in between.
See, but like we'll be like, you know what we did today? We went to Gander Mountain. It's a big one here.
It
It was
used to
across
be.
the state line. Different
If you
taxation.
do it as a family,
You guys are rubes.
Yeah,
I
I know.
And the reason we do vacations, me and the wife, we'll go on a vacation. You know what I mean? And our vacation is more like kind of like that Anthony Bourdain guy.
Yeah.
We just kind of just go, hey, be a visitor, not a traveler. You know what I mean? Be a traveler, not a tourist. Just kind of mix in with the normal people, the norms.
But I think if you think that
No.
consciously, you're not. You look more like
Huh?
a tourist.
No, we'll ask. We'll get somebody in the corner and say, hey man, where did you eat? And
They're
you're
like, that's a very tourist thing.
this
It's
is
like-
cool. Casey's. I eat at Casey's
McDonald's.
Pizza, or McDonald's.
Right.
And so we'll go visit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'll have a great time, and we'll go back to the hotel and kill ourselves.
Well, when you went to New Orleans and
Just like Anthony Bourdain.
That's his main. That's how he's.
But we've got kids though. It's different.
Oh, that is
man. When you're on
different. Yeah,
vacation with
it's
the kids, whatever you're doing, it's
Yeah.
well,
You have to
fuck, if
kill
we do
them
that,
first.
Then we have to get 3 different baths going, and then we got to get in bed by a certain time because they're gonna wake up by 7.
Are they
breakfast
21 yet?
yeah.
Yeah, so
That's important.
You can't enjoy it, and you can't take them to where the locals go because if you get shot, it's one thing. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
have
true.
a drive
You're
by
right.
with your kids going on.
You're right.
And I don't even know if there's
Where
a
do you
place
vacation?
in New Orleans where you're not going to get. There's a
Woodlawn.
risk of getting shot in New
Everywhere.
Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you go for the experience. Like when you see that, when I saw the brother, with the flags and all
Yeah.
that stuff driving, it was worth the trip. Because you don't see that every day, man. Especially that far south.
Well,
Come
you
on.
go
I
to
don't know if that's true. I
Do
think
they
that's
still have,
exactly
like-
where you see it?
They ever finish their tower or
100% where you
something?
see
Oh
it.
no.
Did they do the thing with the
Huh?
Katrina Memorial or something?
Yeah. We actually drove out.
Is there a memorial?
Another thing.
So
Yeah, it's called New Orleans.
We drove out
I don't know if they built it yet.
to the pier. It
It's a
was
water
washed
fountain.
away.
Yeah.
And there's
It's
nothing-
called New Orleans.
There's nobody
It's
out
called
there.
the Lower Ward.
But we went out there. We took a picture of the plaque.
That's
Yeah.
how new it is.
Oh, they did put a plaque then.
No one was visiting. We were the only people who was like, hey, there was a hurricane. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we know. And we're like,
Yeah, we live here, bud.
We took a picture of it.
Come look at your fucking memorial. We live here. Thanks.
I was watching House Hunters. You ever watch
Where do
that,
you guys
Eric?
eat around here?
It's been a while, but I have seen a few
McDonald's.
episodes. Yes.
House
But the good
Hunters is on HGTV. Have you seen House Hunters? It's on Netflix or.
I only do the international. I just don't do American
Oh.
stuff anymore.
I go domestic only with
Yeah.
it now, and they had these two sisters that were
Now, were they sisters or were they sisters?
both of them.
Right.
They're
So
both
were
of those things, and their dad had been going through some bad
sisters.
health, and so had one of the sisters had Tamara had been going through some bad health,
Yeah.
and so she wanted to move closer to her family in
cool.
Philadelphia,
That's nice.
and the other one had already lived in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and so she wanted her to live in the suburbs, and so they were looking at homes in the suburbs, and the other one was like, no, I want to live close to the train station
Yeah.
because I still have to go to New York every once in a while. I'll take the train. And when they walked into the backyard of the first one by the train station, she goes, we could probably do a barbecue back here.
Yeah.
There's pretty good room for barbecue back here. Then we went to the other house, and they walked in the backyard in the suburbs.
There was
Oh,
already
we could have a big barbecue
big one.
back here.
Yeah.
And they went to 3 houses, and the sister, everyone mentioned barbecue.
Yeah.
And I giggled the whole time.
And you know what? She was right about all three.
Like,
Tell me she wasn't right about all three.
No, she should have picked the suburb one, because then the whole
She
family
didn't?
could come over.
Oh, I got
No,
it.
she picked the one by the train station.
But bigger barbecue.
Well,
No?
but it's too far away for Dad to come over, and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's the one that can really,
Make
sling
He's the
rib.
one with the file cabinet.
Yeah.
So they were obviously poor because rich people just say we're going to entertain. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what.
that's
Black
nice.
people do. They say barbecue.
Not the rich ones.
Yeah, they do.
Mm,
You don't
no.
watch a lot of House Hunters, bro.
Don Lemon would not say that. He'd say, "This is a great
Don
place to
Lemon's not
entertain.
black.
This is a great place to
This
get
is
one
a
of
great
these
place to entertain."
What would
He's
Jack
blacker
Lemmon
than
say?
Don Lemon.
Well, if you're going to be racist about it and say that black people who have succeeded in life are no longer black because that can't
No, I'm
happen.
just saying he celebrates more of the black culture through barbecue and stuff than
Well, I
Don
think
Lemon
you guys
does.
are forgetting about Jack Lemmon.
I'm sure if you put a rib in front of Don Lemon, it'd be gone if you turned your back to it.
Yeah. For sure.
It's be a bone laying there.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Who was here? Don Lemon. That's my buddy.
Don Lemon
Don't
was the
talk
guy that
about
was
Don
mad
Lemon.
that they started charging double for chicken legs or something.
Yeah.
The thigh and the wing. He said, keep them together.
Well, that is not right.
Yeah, because that man knows barbecue.
Well, he said you can't split up one
Yeah.
cut of meat and call it 2 cut. you know?
Right. Don't charge me for 2 wing. This is 1 wing.
Well, the wings
Hey,
and
wing.
thighs should be separate.
Don Lemon, if you lemon pepper, you could put lemon pepper on a frickin'
Anything.
wallet. And
Yeah.
Don Lemon will.
Oh, suck it
The
dry.
thighs should be way separated.
Sometimes I just put a little celery stick next to his door. And he's like, whoa, what is this? Famous Dave? He just gets him start drooling for barbecue. It's a celery stick. There's got to be
Love that.
barbecue around here
Where
somewhere.
is it?
Little ranch dripping on a
Oh.
door handle somewhere. Oh, we're
Yes.
getting close.
Yep.
You got
There's
the
either-
blues music in the
There's either a
background.
California fire or I'm in the right place. You know what I mean? Either way, I'm in the right place.
So, anyways.
I'm sorry, Eric. I made a bad joke.
I didn't
Well,
know. I
It
haven't
was
been to
uncouth and
Louisiana
uncalled
before.
for. But I do have stake in the game that Don Lemon can have a place to entertain. And I want him to find his place.
Don Lemon, you're right though. He would not say barbecue. He would say entertain.
Yeah.
And then
So,
he'd take his Trivago and then go have undetectable AIDS sex.
He'd say this
Mexico?
this is a great place to get monkeypox. Come on up.
Mexico, much, speaking of out of place and uncouth,
Okay.
can I do a limerick?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, start the show.
Yeah, start the show.
Corner. Skin Man's got news and a limerick. Everybody, he's been gone for a couple weeks.
Here's to those gals with a thin waist and a big old booty. Her man complains about it, but should he? The grass is always greener on the other side. I ask you, would the dude abide? I'd turn her upside down and lick her like ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm.
From the pootie to the cootie.
Nice.
It's like Neapolitan, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla.
Love it.
So that limerick was brought to you by when
Around the corner, fudge
Mexico,
is made.
Smoothie, and I had went down to the casino.
Oh, wow. When?
In June.
Okay. Wow. Jeez. All right.
It seems like a year ago.
Well, that was a long time
Well,
ago.
it was recent.
Mm-hmm. I remember that ice cream cone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thank you for all the ladies who've hung on,
Yeah. Appreciate you. Love you.
especially if you're from New Orleans.
Right. Oh.
Well,
Lovely.
I have a news story for the ladies.
Lovely ladies in New Orleans.
Oh, we got some news up in the corner with Skin Man.
News.
News.
Aaron Rodgers talks Hyuska
Barbecue?
experience and
Oh.
how it helped him get back in the game.
Is that Hawuska?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Okay.
He finally got vaccinated before he went out there to take it, though.
Thank God.
Important. At Coles.
Strike out mine.
Aaron Rodgers is entering the 2022 season as the two-time reigning NFL MVP. And in recent podcast interview, he
We had him on.
Joe.
created a groovy experience with a psychedelic that helped his mindset.
Cool.
So all you kids that are listening, go ahead and bring out your crayons and take some notes because Rodgers had consumed Hyuska on a trip to South America prior to him winning the MVP award in 2020.
I'm going to South America!
Treat yourself.
2021. Hyuska is described as a herbal drink used by countries in the Amazon which produces a psychedelic effect.
Yeah, but it takes two-stroke oil. Remember that.
Yeah,
It's a
top end.
Suzuki Hyuska, man.
Soak your top in.
That's
Come on.
the fastest production Mike made. A Hyuska.
The Packers star said he believes his experience with Hyuska and winning the MVPs were connected.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, they are.
Go Pack, go.
Because I did both. Therefore, they are connected.
Yep.
Yeah.
He says, and I
We're all
quote,
connected, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like Beverly Hills
Common
90210.
denominator
man.
is
Yeah.
me.
Check out my Grateful Dead sheet, dude.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Yeah. I lit my face on fire, man.
Is it moving?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
I do not think it's a coincidence, Rogers said.
Touchdown.
I really don't. I really don't believe in consequences at this point there, don't you know? It's the universe bringing things up to happen when they're supposed to happen, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I booked the flight. But
I'll have Hyuska and a hot dish.
where's the carp? You know?
You're out of tater tot casserole there,
Okay.
Doe. Okay.
Okay, Doe.
When I get done throwing up.
Aaron, did you get your mind right then? Aaron, did you take the Haskawaski? Did ya? That's good then.
Out there and play
Eat
football
your
for
cheese
the
curds.
Packers.
Facebook's not listening.
Vince Lombardi.
No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, right.
We're in the metaverse, though, so it's okay.
There's signs and synchronicities all around us at all times, and if we're awake enough to see them and to take them in and listen to them, our intuition, when it's speaking to us or pounding us in the head and saying, hey, dummy, this is what you're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
man.
The best, have you got to the part where he talks about, it's like his
Casey,
body.
you're listening.
I'm not. Obviously, that's why I'm asking.
You're literally here.
I was on Facebook. I just said
man.
that's why.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
Okay,
Look at
I
my
know you
tea
haven't.
leaves, man.
Get
I
to
hope
that
you
part,
get to the
man.
part where he talks
Hey,
about his whole
man.
family, or he's getting touched by 100 hands.
Hey, man.
Man.
That felt like it was
That's
his
your
aunt.
favorite part of the story.
Well, he said it because then he says it felt like it was his ancestors.
Oh,
So then on what the show I was listening to, they're
you
like,
gotta get 100
he's sitting there
hands
going,
on
hopefully
you.
it's his grandma, hopefully it's not his grandma touching him on it, his wee because it was a piece.
Yeah, I have a feeling
My
this is going to
grandma.
where he just had to come up with an excuse of why he pleasured the water polo team down there.
Right.
Yeah. South America.
Who, me or?
The universe wanted me to do it.
Have you been to South America?
That I
Couldn't
enjoy
have been you.
that much.
Go
I have been to
Pack
I've been to
Go.
Mexico, isn't that South America?
I was staying in
It's
La
not.
Quinta,
It's north of
and I had this nice team
How
with
far
me.
south do you have to go to
football
get to
team. They
South
call
America?
football down there. You
Further
know,
south.
soccer. We call it soccer.
And meanwhile, Brittany Grammer's stuck over in a Russian
What's she
gulag.
doing? And I turned
Say your
around for
fucking
one.
name. Say your name correct.
For 1
Say your
second.
name.
We got
I turned
Aaron
around
Rodgers
for
doing
1
Oscar
second.
Wascus.
I tell you what, all my whole rack of ribs was just
Fucking
bone.
driving on a
And then I looked
goddamn
in the corner. There's
ayahuasca.
Don Lemon, and I said, "Hello,
Ayahuasca.
are you on the Oscar too?"
Would you like some hot dish?
Huh? This is a good place for a barbecue.
It's a tater tot casserole.
I do want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Fat Burger.
Thank you, Fat Burger, for coming on board.
Would they give us a nickel?
No.
In
No.
2022, Rodgers led the NFL in touchdown passes for the second time in his career with 48. He had 4,299 passing yards that year as well.
Wow.
Last season, he had 37 touchdown passes with 4,115 yards. Over those 2 seasons, he had only thrown 9 interceptions due to the
To the
drugs.
same guy.
Do lots of drugs,
God.
kids. Drugs are good. Rodgers opened up more about this ayahuasca journey. Even at one point, getting emotional, he cried a lot. He said he had to find the strength to truly, unconditionally love yourself.
Yeah.
That's what Al Jolson said,
What
dude.
money will do, dude.
I do love myself. I love myself more than anybody loves me.
Yeah.
True. That's
Become a
true.
superstar, marry a supermodel.
Yep.
He's not married to a
Check.
supermodel.
Check.
He's not married to a supermodel.
That actress,
He's married
Olivia.
too. He
well,
dated him.
She's
Then he-
Olivia Newton.
she's an
John?
actress, Olivia
Olivia
Munn
Newton.
or whatever.
Olivia Munn. Then he dated
I thought they were married now.
another younger girl, like that girl from Stranger Things. He dated her for like
That's
2
true.
years.
The one that's a man now.
Uh-huh.
No, the one that was like she was like 13 to the first Stranger Things. She's old enough now.
Well, anyways, that's his multiple steps to
Yeah.
success. You become super successful,
Right.
then you do drugs,
Yep.
and then you say it was because of the drugs.
Yep.
I look forward to him hearing
Wife
my
to
barbershop.
be
Is who?
Sadine Woodley or Shalene D. Woodley.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dion?
she's actually one
Cheyenne,
of the.
Cheyenne Woodley,
Shailene.
Shailene, Woodley.
Shania Twain.
She lost her job because all of the.
Non-essential.
Yeah, the Victoria's Secret canceled all the girls.
Oh yeah,
So
she
felt
was one of
bad.
the skinny ones.
Yeah, one of the skinny ones. And so
What about the big one?
They're good. They're
Yeah,
back
they're
on.
fine.
They're on
They're
the catwalk.
They're all married.
Yeah,
On
on
the
the
catwalk.
catwalk.
Yeah, on the
Do
catwalk.
a little turn on. the
Reinforce it, guys.
He added that the experience helped him with his mental
She changed
health
her name to Blue of
tremendously.
Earth.
It's not the catwalk; it's the cat gallop.
Mm.
And it helped him tremendously. I have not heard. I've heard a lot of these rich celebrities going to South America and doing.
That has
This
become a
drug.
huge thing. I just seen that was how White, the drunk dude, got. That's how he got sober. Was going down and doing
Yeah,
Hayabusa.
The white drunk dude,
yeah.
The comedian.
The
Sean
comedian,
White,
Sean White.
Barry White,
Here's your sign, or whatever.
No.
Blue collar.
Ron White.
Yeah.
Ron White. He went down there and had
Whatever,
Hayabusa.
whatever.
He took Hayabusa to get clean, and
Then there's just all of those guys. They get enough money. It's like, yeah, just spend the money. It's $1,300
well, that's how
a day,
Norm
but
Macdonald
just
got
do it
rid of
right.
cancer. He went down there and took Hayabusa to get
Now
rid
we're
of-
talking about a vacation.
I don't know, dude.
You'd do it. If somebody
We
was
go do Hayabusa together.
tan in bed,
Dude, I listened to.
and said,
Yeah.
passed you a bowl and said, "Hey, just drink this."
They do it like a hotel style, like where I listened to Ron White when
Yeah.
he talked about doing his on this podcast, and he
Oh,
talked.
yeah, I know a guy.
He talked about they do it at this resort, and you can do it by yourself, or you can do it in like a room with like 15 other people, and they have like these like one servant per or for people
Yeah.
that help you with your dosage, that help, take you to your area. They'll walk you outside when you need to go outside.
For
And
people, you better have a good
they
shaman.
stay sober and help you
So I trust my psychedelic consumption
to a doctor,
volume
to a witch doctor.
to a guy that lives in a shed with no running water.
No,
Yeah.
it's a fucking resort,
That's
bro.
how you do
You
it,
think
dude.
we got 4 docs walking around in there? Not American doctors.
Oh, these are no.
Ting,
This is
tang,
this.
walla,
This
walla,
doctor
bing,
hires people, trains them. A lot of them are people that actually came down there for the trip
Yeah,
and then stayed.
yeah. I did a lot of.
So I got a
I
bunch
hit
of
17 more homers the
kind of
next
like
year.
a bunch of Hayabusa.
I got a bunch of
fucking-
druggies dosing me up.
I can do the same thing with cheese curds. Just get a bunch of them from the gas station, and I
Shannon is starting a similar camping on day one.
leave
You
them
get
on the
one
counter for 4
ibuprofen.
days.
Get my
On day
vape,
2,
and I
he
smoke a
steps it up
cigarette, check my pulse.
Day 2, we're
eat a
gonna do
whole
2
plate of cheese
campers.
curds, and I'm in the forest
Oh, yeah.
eating
Listen,
turtles.
campers. Today too, we're gonna do 2 ibuprofen. Tomorrow, if you all handle it, we're gonna do
Easy.
3.
We're gonna get up
Tomorrow,
to that.
we're gonna do 3
do a
ibuprofen.
half.
Yeah.
Slip
Now
into
his
that.
name is Mexico, but I swear to everything that's holy, he is fluent in Canadian, eh?
I don't think we could do
Aaron, can you
ayahuasca.
sign my jersey?
I could have a guy come in and do it on the show for us.
I don't
I
think
know
we-
a Hayabusa guy.
Mr. Rogers, before you go on your space trip, can you sign my jersey?
I think you got to be a certain age.
No, you don't.
No,
You can
age
be
has
6.
nothing. Age
No,
is just
we
a
could
number.
either do we could either that or we could do one of those fucking Indian peyote shelters.
Oh,
where-
yeah.
I would never do
throw up.
peyote or Hayuska because nobody really knows what it is. It'd be like somebody offering me crystal meth.
Nobody
They could,
knows
They
what.
could just give me Epsom
Do you know what
salts,
macaroni
and
and
I'd go,
cheese
that's
is?
what it is.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
What?
Macaroni
and cheese.
Yeah.
It's those
It's
two things.
macaroni and cheese.
Do you know what diphosphorite, fluoride, cavitite, or whatever that is
Yeah.
made
What's
out
in
of that
your
cheese
water?
is made
I'm
out of?
fighting it.
What
You're
I'm saying is
soaking
you
in
don't
it.
know.
Yep.
Do you know
Right,
What
that's
they
what I'm
threw
saying.
in Flint, Michigan to cure
Do you
their
know
waters.
what?
I'm not gonna go do
Do you know what
Hayuska when
sweet
I don't
gum,
know
sweet gum sasper is?
I know what xanthan is.
what I know.
With an X.
I'm eating or drinking is that Bud Light or the cheese powder. What I'm
Did you
saying
know
is
that
if I
this
go to
impairs your ability to
if I get a
drive?
box of Hayuska, I have to know that it's Hayuska.
Yeah, I would have no idea. It could
but that's
give
why
me a
you
box
go
of
to a
macaroni.
Yeah.
That's why you go
It
to a
could be
Hayabusa
steel-rolled
doctor.
oats.
You go to
You go to
school.
a Hayabusa doctor.
For sure.
I only do the craft brand.
And I want to find out
Hayuska.
who's credentialing these Hayabuska doctors.
No one.
Hello.
If it's good enough for craft,
My
it's
Go where
dentist.
good
Ron
enough
White
for Hayuska.
went, okay?
I am Dr. Bombay. Please sit down.
He doesn't
Watch
have
the
to
water
floss.
on the
Another
floor.
insanely successful person that does drugs and then says, it's because of the drugs.
Yeah.
Never mind the 30 years I've already done this.
Of hard work.
Well, no, but that was
And
was
getting
his way to
raped by
let
your
go and
father.
get. He didn't love himself.
That's like the
so
argument
it let
of
him love himself. So he
my
could quit
grandpa
drinking.
smoked and he lived till 80, therefore it must be good for you.
Yep.
Just because one guy did it doesn't mean
No,
it's
your
good.
grandpa
Right.
smoked back
I
before
smoke
they had
a
all
whole
the.
pack and drink 2 Dr. Peppers a day, and look at me.
And you also barely
Look at me.
eat. And
America's hero, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Sign my jersey, Casey.
Fireman got nothing on you.
you look wonderful.
Thank you.
So wonderful.
Thank you, George.
Just don't know what the Bart Starr didn't do that shit. You know, did he?
He just smokes.
Oh, he did so much Hayabusa.
That's
I
a
don't
lot of
think
lead
so.
paint back then.
Those guys did
Yeah.
that. Those guys did what? They just were fucking drunk all the time or whatever.
I- That's what I'm
Reagan
saying,
did
I think-
Husqvarna. You know, he was out there chopping wood all the
But
time.
Bart
Oh,
Starr-
Reagan was a steel man, and you know
Dude,
that.
well, that's
Bart Starr would not start for the Browns today.
Oh, come on. Don't start this kind of narrative.
I don't
Bart
even
Starr
like
would
Joe
start-
Montana would be the backup to fucking what's your boy that just got
Dak
traded?
Prescott?
No,
I
your
doubt
boy
it.
that got traded.
Baker?
Yeah, he
The starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, he would be a backup to Baker Mayfield. You know,
Yes,
Yeah, when,
everyone will be back up to Baker Mayfield. Have you watched Baker
Correct.
Mayfield play?
313.
He's always starting.
316, okay?
He's always starting.
I'd like to say
but
something.
he would be Cam Newton's backup.
So about Joe
Bart Starr was
Montana.
great. He was great. He's a leader.
He was in the
When,
40s when you had no athleticism, or in the 50s, or I'm just playing.
I don't know. Junior Seau seemed to be pretty good. Then he
That
couldn't
was in the
handle it.
90s. He just couldn't hang. He was the new age.
Bart Starr had more concussions than Junior Seau in one
There's
game.
zero chance
Where
of
is he
that.
at now? Doing
I
Husqvarna.
guarantee you Bart Starr did all that shit because back then they couldn't test it.
Oh, they did greenies and all kinds of other shit.
And the other thing
too.
is you could go to the drugstore and get like liquid cocaine because you had a poop or something. I mean, all the
you
shit was
could go
legal
get
back
fucking
then.
steroids legally.
A real
There's doctors
Coca-Cola.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that.
Coke.
Why do you
Coke.
think that those guys couldn't play? You don't think that Jim Brown could have played running back?
He'd be decent. He'd be a starting fullback today.
Decent.
So when Joe
degrading
Montana was on
asshole.
the Kansas City Chiefs, why was he throwing these Olay passes up into the third row?
Ole?
I'm just playing. No, obviously, but I think a lot of the quarterbacks of those times are just maybe trained in today's. But you take they just.
Yeah, a lot of our quarterbacks wouldn't stop playing, go fight a war, and then come back and keep
Yeah.
playing too.
Yeah,
But
true.
instead, they
Like
go,
my boy, the Cowboys quarterback.
which one? Roger Staubach?
Mhm.
Aikman.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that did. Aikman wouldn't do it.
Aikman might have.
We had wars going on during these guys.
Yeah.
They could have went and fought wars.
Well, no, but
There
those
just
guys
wasn't
only
any
went because they were
popcorn.
drafted. Those guys.
What are they
did-
gonna do, throw a
That was
grenade?
different then too. You were drafted. You
The
were
size of a
required
pineapple?
if you were of that age. That was
Mhm.
different. I don't think a lot of those guys would have went if they didn't have to.
I don't know. I think a lot of them would have.
I don't know if like Roger Maris fought it and fought it and fought it and then
That's a
went.
baseball player, and he's
That's-
a pussy.
It's all propaganda, man. You think all those athletes would have been drafted anyway? No, they said, "Hey, do you want to sign up? Yes. How about we draft you instead, so we can make a big fucking deal out of it?" So
Yeah, it's all propaganda.
Yeah.
Well, he went over. Lou Gehrig went over there and then he got the disease
Yeah, I got asked
and
for
Yeah.
you know.
And thanks to him, I got an ice bucket.
yeah, thanks for bringing it back home, Lou.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Lou. We had ice dumped on you? No. Go die.
Extremely uncomfortable for more than an hour.
I still have a video of me.
I was
doing
going to
that.
say something wildly inappropriate, but thank you, Conrad.
You're welcome. He died. I
You
can
know,
say it
you
because he's
got
already
it.
dead.
Yay! The world's
Got
a
the
better
disease.
place.
Oh, without
Not
Lou
so much
Gehrig.
negativity, guys.
I'm sorry that I respect our past
In our gender.
and our gender. Whatever that is.
It could be fluid. And it is.
Just respect the past. You know,
I think it's the feral.
I don't
It's
know
the feral mentality.
if everybody was on drugs back then because nobody knew what drugs were and you just
You
took
don't
whatever.
need drugs to be feral. You just got to be wild.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they'd play at any time because if you're that whacked out on all of these different cool drugs,
Right.
Okay, when Casey smacks you in the face with a dog turd, what you going to do?
Thank you.
Hypothetically.
Thank you. Can I have another? Sounds great.
sounds good though. Yeah. Anyways, hats off to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, good job, Aaron.
Yeah, our helmets
Did you get
off.
to the part where he talked about 100 hands on him, and then he was hoping it was his ancestors?
That's on. I think it's on Lance Armstrong's podcast. You guys want to listen?
Yeah, it
to
was
the
on
whole-
All Yeah, Dude, but
Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. It could be.
that was that Greta Thunberg podcast.
no, it was actually on.
dare you?
It was on
I'm not gonna
whatever I
plug
listen
somebody
to in the
else's
morning. It's a
podcast.
regular
How about
radio,
that?
The Woody Show.
Oh yeah, it's on the Woody Show.
I just, they do stories,
No, I'd like to thank Mojo for sending me that that news bit because I had to make
Mojo?
sure
That's the first
That-
Mojo sighting in a long time.
He's busy.
I had to make sure that I brought that up and I'd texted that to Conrad. It's like, hey, news! I've got news tonight.
That is crazy though that he can just say that and then come back and play.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, we got Brittany Grammer sitting over here in a Russian prison. dude.
Right.
Hayabusa's not illegal in those countries to go do. Just like Tom Brady went over and got babies ran through his knee when he had his knee surgery, or so did
Yeah, but that was
Hey,
worth
so
man.
did Kobe went over there and got babies ran through his knee when he had his knee
That was
surgery
a time
before the
machine.
wreck. Before
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he
Before
tried.
the helicopter crash.
He tried
they
to
couldn't
go.
run babies
Yeah.
through him after that. I get it,
Didn't
but
help that much.
well, it did. He got a season out
I
of it,
bet they
another
tried.
championship.
Yeah, well, he couldn't jump.
I bet they
40
tried. How many
feet.
babies can we pack into Kobe?
Hey, Kobe wouldn't even be able to play in
We
today's
need more.
game.
We need
That's
more
true.
syringes.
That's
for
true. He
Kobe.
could not.
No.
He was antiquated.
And he's in pieces. So
Oh man.
You keep just
Um,
trying to pack more babies
I
into
mean, you
Kobe.
think Terry
and it's like,
Bradshaw would
got a belly
start
bigger than
for?
mine.
Casey, I have a feeling you're the type of guy that thinks that like Alabama could beat the Detroit Lions.
No, God no.
inside of Kobe.
No,
We need
I
more.
think
Yeah, you
Michigan
think
could
so.
on a good year, but no, I'm not stupid.
101.
I just Bart Starr is one of my most overrated quarterbacks. That was the only reason I attacked on him. Him and Terry Bradshaw, I just think history could go without. That's all I say.
I'm sorry I mentioned the one. I just he's a Green Bay quarterback. That's
I
why
know, I'm
mentioned
sorry.
him.
That's my fault, too.
I should have said
but
Brett
I'm
Favre.
going to tell you
Yeah,
right
if you would
now.
have said Art Monk or...
When did Bart Starr play? How are you an expert on Bart Starr?
I'm not an expert on Bart Starr.
No,
You don't like him?
a Hall of Famer.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Casey
He
goes,
played for the most loaded team in history. I mean, it's okay. It's fine.
I'm still laughing at Skin Man. I think he thinks Kobe's alive, and
You say what you want, but Terry Bradshaw can make some damn good barbecue.
No, and he's a fucking awesome commentary guy.
For
And
sure he is.
I like him, and I want his money and all that, but I just...
And you know what? He's part of the head country.
That was definitely a different era for a quarterback. Yes, I think Jim Brown would be a stud in any fucking era. Barry Sanders, Walter Payton.
Well, not
but there's a lot of guys
segregation.
that wouldn't.
I just don't like to take away from those gentlemen.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were fucking such a Bart Starr guy, and that's my fault. And you didn't know I was an anti. All the years we've known each other, we've never had this discussion. A lot of
I
discussions
didn't
we've
know it'd
had,
get you hot, dude. I didn't know it'd get
and I
you
didn't
hot.
know it'd get you hot. That's my bad.
You both were hot.
I just,
Yeah. And if Kobe does come back,
Not as hot as Kobe, though.
I think Kobe
Last
could come
few
back
seconds.
with the right in today's society. If anybody were to be accepted back, it would be Kobe.
If he came back, how old would he be? He'd only be 33 or something like that.
No, he'd be the age he was when he
No, if he came back
Robert
like today.
perished.
Oh, good one. It's 00.
When
That's
Bill
exactly
Russell
how
died.
much money he's got left in his account. Huh?
So billions
Not in his account. I mean, it's been moved out of his
to
account.
Vanessa's.
they probably had joint accounts, probably.
Do they? So he's like Michael Jackson has gotten so much richer after death
So it's a good thing.
Well,
Well, you
for his
can't.
family.
Kobe's not worth his trust.
They would
is.
trade.
Kobe
all the
himself
money
is
to
I
get-
worth-
don't know if Vanessa would. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she would. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would trade
But
all
they-
the money to have
but for
Kobe
their-
back
Back.
for 1 hour.
I would. Yeah, for 1 hour.
Just one day
Chat.
with you.
Do you think that Vanessa would?
Probably 3
Where
hours
were you gonna
because
go?
it takes at least 3 hours to make a good rib.
I was gonna say, would that's a good question. If somebody dies that you love,
Do you think this
would
was
you
her?
trade all of the possessions for what is the time limit?
Yeah.
A year with
Well,
them?
it depends on how
A
much
day?
possessions you have.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say,
A
her
minute?
case, she would get quite the rest of his life. But do you think maybe minus the daughter going, she just said that's for that white bitch?
No, I think they were beyond that.
You think?
Yeah, I think in
You
that
don't think it was a Bill and Hillary thing at all?
different culture.
Because there's all kinds of things where there's people in her DMs and she was, they were.
Yeah, I think that I just don't know. That's a tough question, and people can think about that at home. If you lose a loved one, what would you give everything?
Wait a minute.
Everything.
What's the loved one?
Just pick one. Let it be. Imagine the worst, and then
Your
pick.
favorite dog.
My dog. I was
Yeah.
gonna say so
So
far.
pick
My
that.
dad. I guess.
Okay, yeah, and then it's like, but they're only going to come back for 1 minute.
See, and I would also trade that. You could trade a person.
No,
The
no,
current-
you can't change rules for sacrifice.
Well, no,
shittier
but like it has
family
to be
member.
somebody else. Yeah. Okay.
Why would you
Damn
do? You wouldn't if even if you had them for a day. It wouldn't be worth it because you just have to go to work to make more money.
Well, what if you felt like
You
there was
couldn't do
stuff that you
anything, you're
hadn't
broke.
said? What if you felt like there was like this unsaid stuff that then they died and you never got to say?
Well,
Just go say it to their grave
Say
like
some
normal
prayers,
fucking
yeah.
people do, bro.
Yeah, but you now got an opportunity. Genie comes down. Hey, I can bring him back.
I don't trust a genie with that.
Oh
Because
God, no!
It'll be
What?
the old
That's a
trick.
fucking- it's gonna
But
bring
Would you
back
like
a
him back
zombie.
alive for an hour? Yes, I would. And they come back with arms
Trying to
and
eat
maggots.
you and
Well, it
like,
doesn't
well,
have to be a genie. It could just be other wish maker. Or whatever. Just
What's
random-
another wish maker? A fairy?
I don't know. Whoever makes wishes, man. Say it's God, okay? Say it's God, and he says, "I have a miracle for you."
That's
Okay.
about the same as a genie, but go ahead.
Yeah, but doesn't play tricks on you. And he comes
Okay,
down
yeah,
and-
God doesn't play
So like a
tricks on you.
voodoo
Here's a
priest.
baby.
Yeah.
No, it dies.
I trust a voodoo priest.
Well, people want babies to die right now, Casey.
That's true.
Well, what about those people that sell
Only
the
unwanted
Husqvarna
ones.
stuff that you drink?
Those are
Trust them.
They got second
Congratulations,
jobs as
Kansas,
gas
by the
They
way.
they make
clerks.
Hell
they
yeah.
make wishes.
Women win, you know? It's finally time women got to win.
Yeah.
Baby's got another loss, but women got to win.
Yeah.
Birthing person's got to win. Thank you.
That's true. Birthing
Able
capable
birthers.
them
Birthers.
birthers, them birther them's got
And it really is there ever a winner?
no,
'Cause if
not
there
in
is, then
this
there's a
thing,
loser,
no.
and nobody should
Colbach
feel like they
fucking
lost.
won the nomination again for Attorney General. No, That's the only thing I'm disappointed about Kansas.
And he was Bart Starr's backup?
yes.
For sure. Played tight end when he wasn't back in the quarterback.
What is wrong with you guys? Not you two. I don't care about you two. I've listened to you guys all the time.
I just think that
Same show, different.
I think he shouldn't have been the backup. I think he should have started.
Yeah. Well, he could throw the deep ball accurately, but his
Bart Starr really was good. I was more of a Browns fan at that time, and it was just
Yeah, he was. You still are.
Bernie Kosar?
Yeah, I was a Kozar.
When did Bart Starr play?
60.
So you were
58
a
to
Browns
60.
fan in the late 60s?
I watch a lot of tape. I watch it like I don't know the
You watch
outcome.
game film?
Yeah, I watch a lot of game film.
You watch some
I
game
started, I actually, you know how I do my,
Mom,
and
can I
I
stay
did
up for
my
another hour?
NFL,
I got to watch
I did
game
my
film from the
NFL
69
much
season.
like I do all of my series. I started
look for
from the
Shannon.
beginning and I got caught up. I didn't watch my first NFL game until I was caught up with all the fucking seasons of the NFL,
Go,
okay?
Pack,
I'm
go!
sorry I do my fucking TV different. You start with the current seasons and backwatch them. That's fine. Or maybe don't even get the backstory.
Back when I was
you don't want to know
21.
about the fucking former characters
Back
of your
when I
show
was
you watch.
21,
That's
sitting
fine.
sitting in the
But I do.
audience, watching that game when you were
I watched
watching
football
film.
through the racial integration. I watched it through, I watched football before women were involved,
through the what?
Rachel's integration.
who's
racial
Who's
integration.
Rachel? Who's
Racial integration.
Who's Rachel? Rachel Ray?
Racial.
Huh?
Race.
Rachel. Say
Racial.
your word.
When they started
Rachel.
letting Mexicans
Take
and
her name
Indians-
out your mouth.
Take your name out your
When
mouth.
they started letting Mexicans and Indians in the NFL, I was watching then, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I'm an old school fan. I watched Brian's song happen on tape.
need to go to school.
You
is
know?
what you need to do.
I watched the first Hard Knocks when fucking with Brian's, with Brian's song and Walter Payton. I'm sorry.
Hard Knocks Colts, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah, with Jim Plunkett. That was when it was original, dog.
don't you ever say that name. Fucking ever say Jim
Take
Plunkett.
his name out your mouth.
I was watching. I was watching Manning back when it was Archie, bro.
He's up to 2.
I watched Archie and the Saints christen that dome.
I just wish that I wish Bart Starr was alive.
Yeah, me too.
Why? So you can negotiate with?
He would kick your ass.
Well,
dude.
no shit. I'm a pussy. I'm
You
broken.
could be 100 years old and just walk in here.
It could be
Well,
me.
he'd kick your ass too.
I didn't degrade. I didn't say anything
I didn't
disrespectful.
degrade him. I didn't say anything.
He wouldn't last a minute in today's game.
I said he wouldn't start.
Thanks,
He'd
Skip
last
Bayless.
a minute. He would last a minute.
Thanks, Shannon Sharp. Stay in your corner, dude.
Hot
You know?
takes.
You know what I
So
mean?
everybody,
buy some new glasses.
This was supposed to be about Aaron Rodgers getting better.
Aaron, yeah, he's healing himself.
Did you get to the part where he
succeeding in
had
life.
said the 100 hands were touching him and he thought it was his
And for the
ancestors?
biggest hippie in the
I
room,
didn't-
you should have been listening.
And
You know what I
then
mean?
Kobe Bryant come down.
Oh,
Is he?
I was on day 4 and Kobe Bryant showed
he
up.
popped a 3.
Here
I
is
don't
Am, your
believe he did.
pancake.
Bart Starr passed away May 26, 2019. Born in 34.
You know why? It's the day after my birthday. He said he'd be there. and
Was
he
Bart Starr good as a question?
liar.
Arguably the greatest postseason quarterback of all time.
Heavy
he had
on the
a
arguably.
9-1
Or two.
record in the playoffs. He won 5 championships.
Yeah, but
more-
he wouldn't play in front of Dak Prescott.
That's true.
I didn't say Dak Prescott's good.
He's won.
I've never had an argument
8
that Dak Prescott's
games.
good.
More importantly,
He
those
said he
of
wouldn't
you,
play in today's game, bud.
I said he wouldn't start over most. He wouldn't.
more importantly, those of you keeping track at home, keeping score, Conrad has not said the F word once. Shannon has said it twice. Casey, Smoothie, and I have said it 3 times.
I thought I only
I
got
think
twice.
there's been a little more than
80 over here. This guy maybe.
We'll have to go back and somebody do go back and listen and count them
count
up
him up.
because I think we missed some, whether you're laughing or
The
whatever.
bet actually was, my brother said, tell Conrad. So it was pointed at you.
Yeah.
And
We all
Conrad
came
never
around-
said it once.
I know. We came along for the ride. Failed miserably.
That F word's
But
way
you-
worse to talk about raping kids, though. I do
I
get
didn't
a
say
lot of
rape
those
kids
out.
either.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, I know the
What
whole
are
last
we
show
talking
was,
about?
but I
We didn't talk about
We're
raping
talking about raping
We
kids.
just
What's
talked
your
about
agenda there,
caskets.
Coach?
Caskets.
Closed caption came on. It said,
That's
we're talking
awesome.
about raping kids.
We weren't talking about that. We talked
had a
about
grooming-
baby
we had a-
caskets.
about-
That's smart.
Yeah. Hold on. Since we were talking about that, we were talking about baby caskets. That's different.
What about
Smart,
the dog
yeah.
tubes? Are we gonna ignore the dog tube
We
burials?
should do every show like this
Where
where
we
we just
watch
read
what we
our
just
own.
said?
We watch our own closed captioning. This is great.
Oh, you're right. I did have the whole thing about the fire with the sperm bank, though.
Yeah, but
And scraping
On the
jiggy off your
shoes and
shoe.
eating
That
it.
was
Not,
a
but that
there
F
was
word,
no foul
don't do
language
that.
said by you. So Conrad won tonight.
If you heated up sperm, would it become sticky or would it become gooey?
I'm thinking it would become
I'm thinking
firm, like Laffy Taffy.
I'm thinking like chewed bubble gum.
It depends on what it ate. If
Rip
it was
and
eating poison.
Scully, too.
Ben Scully? Yeah. Rip
Well,
on
I don't
him
know,
and rip
Coach.
on
What's,
Bill
This
Russell.
seems to be your
Oh,
department.
yeah. Bill Russell was horrible.
What,
He couldn't play in today's game.
No,
He's dead.
absolutely.
What have you found in your kitchen?
And as far as
19
When
time
when you're
champion.
spanking it in a skillet?
Treasure trove of
nothing,
rings.
I'm not a skillet guy. Mine cooks out
Played against
out
the
in
best
room
players
there.
in the whole world. And got 19
I have
rings.
an arm. Every once in a while, I fear an arm growing out of my towel and coming, like, as I'm finishing grabbing it or something. But
Yeah, that's just the Bruce Campbell's Evil Dead tip of the hat there.
Well, if you guys do want to support our ayahuasca trip to South America, consider subscribing to our Patreon. I think to get down there, we need at least 2 more subscriptions.
And
Yeah,
$4 more dollars.
Two more. And by the way, my favorite camels is bean and bacon.
Right after this show, we're going to have a great performance by Mr. Al Jolston.
Mammy, talk to me, Mammy.
We should do a telethon.
Yeah. We're due.
24-hour, nonstop
Yeah.
fundraiser telethon. And we'll
Call
cold
in
call
with
people.
your
And
dollars.
said, hey.
Because you got to have cold calls, don't you? And people calling in.
Yeah. And guests that bring those huge checks.
Got to bring guests in.
We're gonna have to find some landline phones though. Some of the
We're gonna have to
Or at
find
least
some
hook up for one
5-foot
thing.
checks.
The ones that you can buy the extensions for your phone.
Oh, okay.
That way it looks real.
It does look real.
But you could be calling people like, turn on Facebook right now.
Right.
We're doing our telethon right now. Do you want to donate for this cause?
Please.
We want to do ayahuasca.
Where are we gonna buy those 5-foot checks?
Oh, that's easy.
We'll have to make them.
We can make them.
But you can make a check out of anything if you put the routing number on the bottom.
That's it.
I think that's all you
Yeah,
have to
it's
do.
the
right one.
8675309.
You know, back in the day, half of the fun was watching the 40 people answering the phones in the back, like they're furiously taking orders. Nowadays, just be a guy checking his Venmo account.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
are we
got
up to,
another
Trevor?
one. We got a $10 donation from
doesn't update every minute,
Bart Star.
At 8:43, we had 2.7 million, but it'll update pretty soon. Go on.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Lady!
It would be fun to have one.
There would. Hired jugglers.
Oh, midgets. Or, sorry, little people.
Little people.
Little people.
And
No, we just tuck our pant legs up and then put our knees in shoes.
no, this isn't golf.
And that'll save money.
Oh, that's true. We could play the
We'll get
Wonka
the-
family.
We'll get the Dwarf Marathon.
I vote Casey has to eat fire. There's always a fire eater.
you know I will.
Well, it's Jolly Ranchers.
Get one of
fire,
them big domes that the dirt bikes go in to spin around.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, the circle of
The
death.
circle of death thing.
Yeah.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
We got this slated from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., guys.
Somebody's gonna have to learn how to hula hoop.
Fire them up.
Hula hoop and yo-yo.
Oh, I can hula hoop if it has the sand in the hoop. I can't do it on a non-sandy.
I'm
hoop.
saying they gotta have like 30 or 40 and do the tricks.
Master Blaster run boarded
I'll work
down.
on training my dog how to ride a skateboard.
Just tape your dog to a skateboard.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna work hard.
Thank you. Glue him so it
He likes to
doesn't
lay down on it.
I used to go to my neighbor's house to smell her hoop or hula hoop.
Oh yeah.
It's a true story.
I used to tell the ladies to hula hoop on mirrors because it makes it look like it spins faster.
Yeah.
And take their underwear off first
For sure.
because it always gets caught when it goes around.
Yeah. And bloomers are full.
Yeah. And then you can always see like when they get like a good hip, like they'd be if you could see if they gape.
That's someone's grand.
How old of women were you hula hooping with?
My age.
There's no age limit at a nursing home, Casey. You can be any age.
What the hell did you feed me? What was in that bag of plenty?
Oh,
It was like some kind of. It tastes like cat food. It burps horrible.
Oh, that's his
What
jerky.
kind of
I'm-
jerky was that? Some kind of unmeat.
I'm glad you mentioned this. Casey shared some of his no meat jerky, and
Yeah.
I got to say, it was freaking delicious. It was awesome, but it's like eating one of those fake Whoppers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the flavors degrades and stays in your mouth for it's been in there since.
I just burped and it tastes like I lost.
Do you
a
not experience
bet.
that, Casey?
The aftertaste is
Like
bad.
it just, it's not even after. It's like a coating.
Oh, is it slimy
You're
coating? in it?
good.
I didn't have
It's a
it.
coating
didn't eat it?
of flavor.
No, I said you did lose a bet.
I didn't.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, I said the F word first, so I'm buying dinner this evening.
Hello.
So
We
we're
won't
going to be
stop. I
going
gotta get
to
home.
Kelly's Oyster Dog.
True.
I don't know if there's. It's probably just. You like it though, don't you?
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I don't have any
You
Haskawaska,
must have gotten used to it, man.
Yeah, I don't.
but
eat-
everybody's
I don't-
invited down to
yeah,
random dude. Not this weekend now. Don't come this.
But I
week.
ate a whole bag, so.
Not next week because we'll be right back
How?
down here
Yeah.
selling tacos. The weekend after, everybody's invited.
Yeah, we got a big thing going on.
We got a thing.
Yeah.
Me and Mrs. Jones. We
Well,
got a thing
we're
going
going to
on.
have to talk about this after the show now. That
no.
way there's the teaser
Right.
for all the listeners that
Teaser,
are hanging
please.
on
Yeah.
tight. They have that death grip on the show, and they're listening so rock hard right now.
Yeah, but we do have to.
Spider.
A couple weeks, you have to come up
Tight.
with.
We love you, Spider.
Or you'll be thrown to the wolves.
Just need to come up with a sketch, or a. We'll talk about it after the show.
It's going to be
Just
kind
say
of.
that you're
Hamlet.
You're all invited.
So it can be whatever you want. That's what's so cool about
It's
it.
neat.
So we're going shoop with it. It means whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. It's getting jiggy with it.
For sure.
All right.
So, thanks for listening, everybody. Consider subscribing so we can go on an ayahuasca trip together.
Love that. Love that.
And
Hey, thanks for not locking the door on me. This is really nice to be back in the studio tonight.
No, it's just weird.
I would like to say
You
to
haven't been here for.
Donnie Starr.
Yep.
One of the subscribers, one of the 12 subscribers on our Patreon. I'm sorry what Casey said about your dad tonight.
Yep. Sorry.
That's not
Hero.
my
American hero, patriot.
It's not the views or the feelings of this broadcast.
fault. No.
Right.
And it's just one guy, and your dad had a lot of haters even when he was playing, and you know
That's
that,
right.
Donnie.
You-
We've talked
you-
about it before.
He would just scuff them off like they don't matter.
People always want
I
to take
play
the king
ball.
down.
That's it.
I didn't like Elvis either.
Boy.
Right in words.
He went to the military, too.
Yeah, I sure did. Had a whole trunk of socks. when they came back.
All right, guys. Have a great week. Don't let your meatloaf, see you on the other side.
Carp. Carp.
Yeah.
Carp.
Don't run out of
Carp.
gas neither. Fill your gas hole up.
No, run into gas.